into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die.
I am Izzi, your lore master. And today, with me, I have...
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm not used to going first.
So I did it.
I play Kai. He's a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a 4.
Oh. Well, that's not quite better than me. Next.
Not quite.
Hello, I'm Adam. I play Eldon. He is a human ranger drake warden, and I rolled a 19.
What?
Ooh.
All right.
It's good because I think the last couple sessions I was rolling terrible.
Yeah, that is a pretty
Marked
nice
improvement.
initiative.
I am Cuba. I play Ayla Myrea. She is a tiefling bard, glamour bard. Every time I forget what the hell she is. And I rolled an 11.
11 plus 3.
Yeah, straight middle of the road.
Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. And last but not least...
Hi, my name's Amanda. I play Iolite. She's an Earth Genasi Circle of Stars druid, and I rolled a 12. We might.
Okay.
Are we the same? Because I'm plus.
Plus 2. Yeah, we got rollies for Iolite and Ayla.
Oh.
16.
All right, Iolite.
Right to jail.
Straight to jail.
And we are down a Kethra today, but she is with us in PC. Although not in P.
What?
Her player character is here. Her player is not. We miss you. We will see you next week. All right, I will start with my announcements. You can follow us for free on Patreon and YouTube. Free membership. We have 73 patrons. Come join us. On Patreon, you can get early access to the podcast version that comes out when I edit it, either Tuesdays or Wednesdays typically. And that is ahead of our public launch of the podcast on Mondays, generally. Also, you can check out scribequill.com, which we've been using as a partner to do our recaps. I'm pretty sure I scheduled one to go out today. If not, oops, but it will be out very soon. Scribequill takes your audio from your session, uploads it, you choose a voice, you choose background music, and then it creates a summary, first a transcription, then a summary, and then it makes an audio and or video version. You can fully edit it if you would like to before it gets finalized, as you will see from some of the spelling mistakes in prior videos that I have up on our YouTube. But it's really great, very affordable, and you can see us on the partners page. Check out the show notes for a link. For merch, you can go to tinyurl.com/DDG merch and check out the different things we have. We've got our logo, we've got the Woven
Fine.
Fates.
I'll look like an idiot by myself then.
We also have kind of more general designs, like Dice Dragon, Satanic Panic, and and Liz, thank you so much for sending me a picture. I'll show you all of her wearing our Live by the Die, Die by the Die shirt.
Yay.
She was rocking the other day. Music. We are happily using Monument Studios Fantasy Plus, which is relaunching on March 25th. You can check out the socials for all of that information. There's a promo code to be on the lookout for. Michael Gelfie Studios, Alexander Miller, aka the Boy King of Idaho, and Kevin McLeod from Incompetech for our background music, our ambiance, any sound effects that we use. It's all them. So thank you so much to all of those creators. And again, show notes to check them out. Cons and events. Rising Phoenix Con is April 25th through the 27th. I will not physically be there, but Jay from Faye will be. And you should really check that out. I think almost all of his games have been sold out or booked at this point. But you should go check that out. And I don't think I have any updates on the video game, but I am definitely voicing the main character Lulu in Faye. It is the Faye Day, the 13th. If you've ever played that one or seen it on the compound, it's really fun, and I play a camp counselor. So, more to come on that.
Tuesday is the start of the game in the Fade Discord, but I don't know when it's going to be open to viewing. He wants to at some point.
Okay.
So I finally got around to making my character. Bjorky. He's a gnome.
Nice.
He's 4 feet tall and he's kind of psychotic.
In Fae, you get to be the monster. So we'll see how that.
Not 4 feet, 6 inches actually. Why did I say 4 feet?
We'll see how.
He's 6 inches. Yeah. I don't think they can be any taller than 12 inches.
All of them?
All gnomes in the game. The
Oh, all
character
gnomes.
class.
Yeah.
They're like in folklore, they're tiny.
So you can check that out over on Fae Discord. And I think that's all we've got for our announcements. So
Like, share, subscribe.
deep within the heart of the Vascan Mountains, the air hums with warmth and quiet anticipation. Liberators move through corridors carved from the living stone, the halls glowing softly from veins of molten lava. Conversations flow freely, voices filled with excitement and camaraderie. Each passage and chamber holds an air of hopeful expectation, the air scented gently with volcanic earth and spiced teas. A scout moves swiftly through the halls, greeted warmly by their fellow liberators as they pass. They navigate confidently, moving through cavernous chambers where groups discuss eagerly, sharing theories and hopes. The scout's path leads to a secluded chamber, where they stop briefly, take a deep breath, and knock gently on the door. "Come in," calls a calm, resonant voice from within. Inside, Zuruk sits comfortably in a chair fashioned from smooth obsidian, a steaming cup of tea in hand, reading an old, well-worn tome. Books and ancient texts line the shelves around him, offering silent testament to a lifetime of thoughtful study. The scout bows respectfully, a hand to their heart. "Eye that sees," they say warmly, voice bright with excitement. The second eye has entered the Spine Valley and is approaching the trials. Zurik's expression softens, a thoughtful warmth in his eyes as he gently closes the book and places his cup aside. He rises slowly, clearly energized by the news. "This is excellent news. Gather a small group. I'd like to welcome him myself, to see his spirit firsthand." The scout's enthusiasm grows, their smile widening. "Of course, I. The others will be thrilled." Zuruk nods, turning a gaze thoughtfully out a stone-carved window overlooking the glowing heart of the mountain, the lava flowing with pulses that remind him of his place at the heart of the Ur-Dragon. His voice is gentle, filled with quiet passion. "It has been a long wait. The Ur-Dragon chose him, and we owe it to Vascan Veterix to ensure his choice is honored. The Keepers have hidden much from us, making decisions for all without truly knowing what is possible. We must approach him openly and honestly." "Agreed, I," the scout responds earnestly. "The second eye deserves to hear the truth." Zuruk smiles warmly, sincere and calm. "Then let's greet him openly and see what path he chooses. The future belongs to us all." With another respectful bow, the scout departs quickly, excitement evident in every step. Zuruk returns to his seat, a thoughtful smile remaining on his face as he lifts his tea once more. The morning breaks gently over the landscape, sunlight filtering through scattered clouds and casting a warm golden glow across the land. You awaken to a fresh summer air, clear, bright, and inviting, carrying with it the scent of wildflowers and damp earth. The day promises warmth, a welcome reprieve from recent rains. Eldon, you can feel Theratrix humming internally, excitement and anticipation mingling with your own thoughts. It resonates deep within your chest, a comforting, shared feeling of readiness. This is the path you have chosen, and today feels significant in ways you can't quite name yet. Around you, your companions stir, each preparing in their own quiet ways. The road ahead beckons, and somewhere beyond, the liberators await. Your choice lies ahead, but for now, the peace of this bright morning is yours to savor. You are starting your day. What would you like to do on this 27th of celebration?
So where are we? We're like entering a more narrow mountain pass, right? We're like actually getting into the mountains.
You were
instead of-
going into the mountains as opposed to before to your
We're like in the
south was
foothills.
free valley kind of. Now you'll be entering up into where mountains would be on either side of you, and you would be traveling into them and up. Is there anything you would like to do before you start on your way?
I think before going to sleep the night before, Iolite would have messaged. Oh no. Could she have messaged Desi, or did he message that day? So then she couldn't. She might have to wait till the next morning.
Yeah, she might have to wait till the
Okay.
next morning. Yeah.
Then she would do that.
Okay. Or he had messaged the day before, so when you woke up,
Yeah.
you would be able to message.
Okay.
This is the day after that light show, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Period. So yeah, it's the next day if you wanted to send the message.
Yeah. She'd say, "That was amazing. How did you do that? Did someone help you? Did you see my response? Miss you."
You gotta make rolls. I'm gonna see what Eleothis wants to do. Apparently not. Jesus, come on. I don't know where my D100s are.
The big
There's a
ones.
bunch of-
I was gonna say we've been
Not
hiding
big
them.
They hide them from me.
The big ones.
Would you like one of these? Oh, there's a-
Yeah, I'll take one of those because I can't find my other D10 apparently. Thanks. I'll take this one. And I'm gonna put a percentage in my mind. Okay. It takes about a minute, and after a few seconds you get a little like that annoyance of somebody who hasn't replied to your text, but you know that they've read it, or you're pretty sure that they've read it. And you hear his voice. "I'm glad you liked it. Fernilli helped me, actually, with the wind so it could get high enough for you to see. I did see your response. Glad you're safe. I miss you." No additional information. He sounded a little out of breath.
Ooh.
But they're traveling in the mountains.
He's recording it as they're being chased by bandits.
Everything's fine.
Doing great, love you, bye.
Don't worry about it. Kethra is quieter on this day. Seems to be focusing on a notebook that you see her write her little prophecies and whatnot, and is just kind of focusing on that as you all prepare yourselves to go.
Eldon would be sitting on like a cliffside, like with his legs hanging down, probably sipping some of that tea out of the little teacup, and he'd have his little book too, jotting down some things.
She's just waiting to go.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Can I do
Like,
this?
I'm up, I'm awake, let's go.
Okay.
After
Getting out of the closet. He's gonna go.
Finally have some room to move. Are we ready?
Are we?
Stop packing his stuff up.
Theratrix is kind of bouncing from cliff to cliff or rock to rock around in the trees. Not like a puppy that's, brand new, but like a puppy that's like almost entering into that teenage dog years. So still a little bit like you haven't seen.
Labrador.
Yeah, you haven't seen him quite this energetic in maybe ever, really.
What is up with him?
He's just excited
For the path we are taking?
to see where it leads, I think.
Usually he does not is not that bouncy.
Not recently.
Does he know something that we don't know?
No, because then I would know something that you guys don't know. And I wouldn't let that happen.
You don't seem to share his enthusiasm for where we are.
It's because I'm not sure where it leads.
Before we do that, what can we expect in the way of horrible things that want to try to eat us? Are there going to be more things coming out of the ground?
Is the ground stone now? Or is it still like...
As you continue, you expect to see less ground and more sky.
So, as long as you've got stone underneath your feet, you should be fine. But that means things from the air.
Oh, things from the air. Okay. Okay, good. They come from
To be
below.
fair-
They come from above.
They can even come from the side.
I wanted to make an Alan Grant reference so bad from Jurassic Park. Well, this is the way it is, pretty much everywhere.
Not everywhere.
It is on Yamari now.
We do not have ground worms.
Not yet.
It only takes one for an invasive species population.
Someone brings a baby graboid. Sneaks them past customs.
That's what happens with the boas?
Yeah.
The Indonesian constrictors or whatever it was in the Everglades. Somebody brought one as a pet and then it just took over. Sorry.
Wouldn't you need two?
Unless it's pregnant.
It was more than one person.
Probably.
Yes, so we'll have to watch out for each other, both above and below. But what about the terrain? Can you tell us?
It'll get steeper and harsher from here. But we should probably have another, I'm going to say day maybe, before it gets that way. Probably another day or so until we have to actually scale anything.
We should.
Theratrix is going to ha!
Just fly up
Little
into the
pun.
sky.
He's got a little pun. He's like, scale. I got that.
A little flyby through the mohawk.
Good one.
Well, I suppose we should fill our water at the next best opportunity.
Yep. Be a good idea.
All right, well, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Imagine like the adventuring Pokemon Game Boy music starts up for some reason.
Yeah, Theratrix calls from up on, like midway up on a tree, and just says, "I agree. We should continue. The keepers would have been stalled, possibly by the celebration, but not stopped."
Oh, shit, I forgot about them. Can you see anybody behind us?
I can go take a look if you would like.
Yes.
I shall return. Takes off. You can
I like
roll,
it when he does not argue.
Roll perception. While the rest of you get ready to go.
Perception is what, wisdom?
Yeah.
Wisdom. I should have this all written down. It's either a 12 or a 13.
Okay. All right, so you head off into the mountain range, having
Yeah, 12.
sent Theratrix to go look behind you. It's a nice quiet day. The suns are shining. You are keeping an eye out for any unusual sounds coming from mostly the ground as you continue on.
Twice bitten.
It's
Yes.
getting, and it's
One's
getting
shy.
warm. You said
Did I
it's
say
like a
that
summer
right?
day, right?
Yes. So it's starting off a bit warmer than it was when you were closer to the water. You are well into summer at this point, but you're, at the base of the mountain. So there's lots of cool air that comes from various directions. But as you continue on, it does get warmer.
Eldon's gonna basically be in the equivalent of like his normal outfit, but a tank top instead, like whatever the medieval equivalent of a cutoff would be.
A wife beater.
Sure. I didn't say it. You did, but sure.
Wait, are we not
The,
calling them that anymore?
That's the technical term for the medieval garb.
That does work. I hate that it works, but it does.
Yeah, so you all, your boots that keep you comfortable or your cloak or whatever, it's going to keep you comfortable, but it's not overly sweaty. Taking breaks here and there as you go.
So when it's not in use, like it's probably like wrapped up like a hoodie or something, or
Okay.
there's ways to store cloaks. So just when she doesn't have to cover up her skin, she does not.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's something without he's getting that tan.
Too, just getting a little rosier.
Yeah, get a little sun. He's trying
Less than an
trying to
hour.
catch up to Ayla. Get that skin red.
Less than an hour later, Theratrix does return. He could tell you this, but from any distance, but he comes back and is just flitting from tree to tree and rock to rock to let you know that they're probably about a day behind. They look to be resting, maybe not in a rush, but then interestingly, they're easily following your tracks. So.
Question then. It would not be good if they catch up to us, correct?
I can't imagine that it would be.
Do we want to set up any traps to slow them down?
I have no interest in seeing them hurt, no.
What if they are non-violent?
Explain.
I can set off... I can make a ward on this path. Once they cross it, it will go off. I can pick something that will not cause physical harm. Slow, perhaps. Something to make them a little disoriented.
Being slow in these mountains is a death sentence in itself.
Then perhaps we cover our tracks, make it harder for them to follow us.
I can agree to that.
Isn't it just one path?
I'm not sure. This isn't one that I've ever had to patrol or travel down. Right? He's never been.
No,
No,
you were
not
never
this.
brought down this way. And it's less of a, I would say, like less of a path and more of, you're making the path as you go. It's not well traveled. So
Okay.
you
I was just looking
Yeah.
at this, and that's what I was.
oh yeah, no,
you know.
that's just there. But yeah, you're just following a direction at this point. You can see areas where it does seem like animals and other humanoids probably go in a particular way just because it's, we'll say, human slash
Somebody fell off the mountain. Ah, Kethra! No.
I turned into a bear.
Yeah, it can't fall any farther than the floor. Right?
Nope.
Yeah, but there is no like specific path. You travel if so. What are you doing to disguise where you've been?
I'm ignoring what he said,
Okay.
and when no one's looking,
All right.
I'm drawing a ward on the ground that when they come by, it will trigger fear.
Okay. Right. Is that a like area of effect or?
It's 30-foot cone,
Okay.
so I'll just
Kind of like facing backwards.
yeah, just
It's just a scary claymore.
It's essentially like she was testing the waters, and you're like slow. I mean, even though slow wouldn't last too long, but if they, cross this and they essentially see like their worst nightmare like in front of them and stuff like that. But she's not telling you that. Just everyone's walking, and
notice her doing
she's just
that?
gonna be like,
Well.
maybe with like her foot.
So yeah, if on one of the times that you take a break, you can roll stealth, or if you're, because, I mean, generally when you're traveling together, there's going to be periods of time where someone's like pretty far ahead of the others, and people are leaning or staying back. So you can roll stealth if you want to hide it.
Gonna wait till Eldon has to be like, I gotta pee, and then you're gonna do it.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it in front of you. I'm gonna do it when like you're ahead of me or whatever, or like yeah, you go pee or something. But
You would
I'll
have to
roll
beat a
stealth.
13, which is his passive.
18.
Yep. So that is set.
So somewhere along this
I don't know
path,
this shit.
there is a ward of a glyph of warding. Like I would do it like really like subtly in the middle of the path, and then I'll kind of like use my tail and throw some like pebbles and leaves, pine needles over it. So it's like
Tail to touch it and set it off.
Ayla goes running.
All right. Yep, you're able to do that easily enough to set that up.
And then whenever
follow.
they cross it, they would have to make a wisdom save of 16, or then be frightened
Okay. All right.
for 1 minute. Like that's gonna slow them down.
Never know. We might come across some dead bodies later. You just killed some keepers.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Hush.
You're no fun.
All right. You keep moving through. Just gonna pull up.
Could you always layer music and sound effects before?
Yeah.
I don't know why I just.
I don't
Noticed
always
it.
do it because I gotta keep track of it.
Rolling Rock's hired your senses.
I haven't even. That's Rolling Rock, the elixir. Yes. It brings enlightenment.
Shitty beer is like the spinach for Popeye.
Just for me.
For you.
Okay, there we are. All right. Sorry, just pulling up the thing. Okay. Couple hours in, you find a break in the trees and come across a very unique site. Along this ledge that is... There's a kind of rocky ledge that is jutting out in your direction, and not that the path splits necessarily, because you're making the path, but there's very clearly two directions that you can go, left or right. On the ledge, you see, and at first you don't notice, but honing in on this ledge, you see interesting shapes, circle, like cylinder types, almost like the top half of a snowman. Small. 2 stacked balls. Just go ahead. It's fine. 2 stacked balls.
She was only looking at you because Julie's not here. Otherwise, she would have stared at Julie.
Our Laura Bailey is not here today. So 2 stacked balls. They are about the size of, again, a small,
Balls.
tightly clenched fist.
Yo,
It's like this. Stacked.
two of them?
on-
Yeah,
two
who
of
the
them
fuck?
stacked on
Why are
top
you
of each other.
saying, go ahead and say it? Who the hell has fist-sized balls?
That are
Well, these
stacked.
do.
I mean, I can see one. Yeah. Not just stacked, but...
Bigfoot.
Well, I did. Yeah. So they're just
Hey, that just,
like balls.
That just slowly, like, seeped into my brain, what you guys said.
They're most of them are this reddish brown color, and they're earthy, but you see a few of them are gray, and
Holding too tight.
I was going to say, I'm sorry. I was going to say something like
They're
red.
great because you're holding too tight.
Some of them are red.
some of them are red, some of them have lost all color.
I forgot what we're talking about at this point.
So
Bigfoot testicles.
they cause you to stop momentarily because you also notice that there are kind of like, just like a snowman, two eyes that have been etched on the top ball.
Don't say it like that.
It's not us.
Carved into the balls
Remember,
are
DM,
two
you
eyes.
started all this by looking
I know,
at
as I'm reading it, I'm like, God damn it, there's no way I can say this differently.
You could have, and it could have went right over our
No.
heads.
No, two stacked balls. What am I? Come on.
Orbs.
Spheres,
Rocks.
Spheres. I could have said spheres.
globules.
Spheres. But they're all kind of almost like on ledges, as if they're in a stadium of sorts, looking in the direction that you're coming.
And this is on one, so there's two paths.
And
This
in the
is-
center of it is
Okay.
all of these spheres stacked upon each other.
Like, are they like perfectly smooth, or are they
Yes.
just like rocks on?
From where you're at, so you all get a little closer, and you can tell that these are clay. They are made of clay, and possibly baked out here by the suns, or not likely from somewhere else and brought here. It's like they've been placed here, but they're smooth. Someone took the time. And they look like they have faces, but just the eyes. And they're all different sizes and shapes in terms of, some look as if they've been made by master artisans, others look as though they are more amateurish, but they're all staring in the same direction. And again, some are more gray color, others are like more natural earth as opposed to stone. All still made of clay, though. And upon even further inspection, you notice, without touching them, they all seem to have what these like oval patterns etched into these lower ball, the body ball. I will say two people could go up and look at it in terms of making a roll. And we'll go with either insight or investigation.
I got a +1 and a +2 in those.
I got a
+1, +0.
+3 for investigation.
No, I mean whoever would have gone up to it.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Yeah, Eldon and one other
Eldon
person.
would've-
I mean, Kai would definitely want to
Okay.
check out some creepy little figurines.
All right.
Having
Oh,
just laid a
so-
trap, Isla's not getting close to them because it's probably a trap.
Insight or investigation?
That was the +1 that I had. Insight.
Insight. Okay.
It was an 18.
Nice.
17
Investigation.
+1. I was actually.
Yeah, it's only an 8 for investigation.
Eldon.
Yeah, it's like the first time I've actually rolled high on like a insight check or whatever it was.
As you're looking at these like half snowmen type claymen, and looking at what has been etched around the neck, we'll say, you notice that at right at the front where there would be like a charm or some kind of artifact hanging from a necklace, instead it doesn't attach. Where all of the other orbs attach, oval shapes are interlocking, and you put together, this actually looks like a chain, and intentionally all of them have not only are they not attached, but they are open.
I am so lost. Am I the only one?
So
Like a necklace that's missing a
yes.
something?
So picture the snowman, and around where the neck would be, the eyes have been etched on the face, and then around where the neck would be, there is an etching of interlocking
Oh, okay.
ovals
On each one.
And where they would lock at the front, instead they are not, and it's open.
So it's like a broken chain.
Yes.
How many of these little clay figures are there?
There's probably somewhere between 75 and 100 of them. There's some that are small, some that are the size of the fist. The average size is of 2 fists stacked on top of each other. And you get a feeling as you're looking at all of these that they are
Does Eldon think this has anything to do with the Liberators?
possibly. This looks like a reverent
Like a symbolism
space.
type thing.
You don't notice anything unique about the ones that do not have a reddish color, except that there are less of them, the gray ones, and
Less of the gray ones or less of the red ones?
less of the gray ones. Far fewer. Like out of 75 to 100, maybe 10 of them or less are... It's because of the... maybe 10 of them or less are gray.
Okay.
And you do get a feeling, at least, that they are, in part, has something to do with liberation.
That would make sense with the broken chain.
It looks almost like it could be a graveyard or a shrine.
What's going through Eldon's mind at that moment is that this would... it seems like... Because now he knows about from... I can't remember his name, damn it. From the memory vessel.
Rixon.
Thank you. About keepers leaving and becoming liberators. So he's thinking that maybe you have to... This is like a symbolism, the broken chain, the broken oath, whatever. It's just what's going through his head.
Is it a trap?
Oh, it's a little Clinton. No, I don't think so.
But you're not sure.
What, do you think people set traps on this mountain, Ayla?
Everywhere I've been is very weird.
You were gonna say something.
You never can be too sure, but it doesn't appear to be a trap.
Then what the hell is it?
I think it's a shrine.
In the middle of a mountain pass.
Do you not know anything, or do you not remember anything I've told you about where I'm from, the group that I belong to, that live in the mountains?
Yeah, but you said no one comes this way.
I never once. He's gonna look over at Kai and be like, I never once said nobody comes this way. She doesn't listen.
It's okay.
I understand. I think people come this way. It's clear people come this way.
And you said it's like in the middle of like a split, right? Like it splits and then it's like in
Yeah.
the middle as this path goes this way and this path goes
Yeah,
this way.
and again, like kind of less of an overt path, but more like you cannot go straight ahead anymore. You have to go on either side, and it looks like the rockiness continues back further. So whichever way you go, you're going left, you're going right.
Okay, so which way are they telling you to go?
Is there a difference in the paths? Like, is it as obvious as one looks like it's going up and one is going straight, or is there any difference?
You, looking at
The-
Ayla as she says that to you, turn to look at either of the paths, and standing right in front of you is Rixon.
Ah!
Yuan-Ti, young, eyes in the shape of snake-like irises, kind of uneven, unkempt hair. No one else. You don't see anything. You just see Eldon.
Go.
Yeah. Rixon is just standing there with no expression on their face, just looking at you. Silent.
Which way?
they don't move.
We can all see him?
No.
No, just
Oh.
You can see Eldon has stopped, turned around, jumped a second, and then said which
whispering
way,
things to the air.
but there's nobody there.
I don't know which way.
Which way to the Liberators? He's gonna almost like whisper it.
There's no reaction.
Eldon, are you okay?
He might be praying or something weird.
He's standing directly in the middle.
He's standing directly, like as you turned away from and then back, he's standing within 2 feet of you and directly in the middle. Yes. In front of the shrine, but between you, the shrine, and the 2 directions.
He's gonna point down one path and see if Rickson does anything.
He doesn't.
I'll take a step towards that path. The left one.
No reaction, except that his eyes follow you.
I'll pull out the memory vessel. He'll like dig around his pack and pull it out and see if there's any response.
No response.
Theratrix. Theratrix is around? Can Theratrix
Yeah,
see him?
Theratrix is
Can
around.
Theratrix see him?
Roll a d100.
No. It's 110.
And then say above or below.
What? Don't make me choose. Don't make me slit my own throat. Well, what it?
Heads or tails?
I'll say above.
Okay.
Oh, that's below. That's a straight 30. That's a 300.
Theratrix, are you reaching out to him, or
Yeah, to Theratrix.
what are you saying?
Do you see?
Theratrix glides down to stand beside you and looks at you and says, I see nothing, but I feel your heart racing.
It's Rickson from the memory vessel. I saw him last night, too. By the... I was going to say fountain.
Is this all mental? Or are you saying this all out loud?
I was going to say mental, but I like the idea that they're so connected that he doesn't realize he's saying it out loud.
Were we ever told of the memory vessel?
I think so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I might have
Yeah.
forgotten, yeah.
There are very few secrets between you all at this point.
Well, fuck. We need to correct that.
You're setting traps for my excompatriots and shit. There's plenty.
Not blowing them up. I could have done that.
So he said, yeah, I see. It's from the memory vessel. It's Rickson. I saw him last night.
What does he want?
I don't know. He's just looking at me.
Did he say he sees ghosts?
He's gonna
You see someone.
walk up and just, like, try to touch it.
Your hand passes through, no reaction, and then you pull back. It felt a little cool, but not as if you were passing through a physical entity.
Yeah.
Well, this is weird. The... Stop, Cuba.
I'm role playing.
Rickson, the liberator from the memory vessel. I see him in front of me. I saw him last night, too. Last night he pointed the direction that I was to go. And now he's in front of me doing nothing. He's going to take another couple steps up that path.
There's no reaction. The eyes follow. The head follows the direction that you're going, but there's no indication of which way you should go.
He's just looking at you?
It's kind of disconcerting, I will not lie to you.
Maybe he's looking to see which direction you choose. Which choice you make.
Did I already ask if there was a difference in the paths at all?
There is, from what you can see, no clear difference. None that would stand out to you as being an obvious change in how frequently folks have wandered down it or different plant life. Nothing. They appear equally unclear.
Are there more little snowball men on one side than there is on the other side, or are they like perfectly balanced?
Less
all
about
things-
balance and more about randomness. There doesn't appear to be a rhyme or reason to how they're set up.
And they're all facing the same direction. There's not like a couple facing towards the path in any way.
Correct. They're all facing actually back the way that you came.
Well, looks like you have a decision to make.
We go this way. So continue up the left
Okay.
path.
Always go right.
You all following Eldon. Eldon, as you continue up that path and
We all
keep
die.
looking back, rocks fall and you die. You see Rixon just standing there at the kind of base of the shrine, body turned in your direction, and just slowly nods at you, and then you blink and he's gone.
Not being able to see him as she goes the path that Eldon has chose, she just kind of goes against the rock wall, and she does not want to walk through the ghost.
Now Eldon knows how to mess with her. Stop, there's a ghost.
She doesn't want to catch the bad juju.
This whole mountain's been bad juju.
It hasn't been ghost juju till now.
Another hour or so, taking breaks here and there as you need. Couple of hours go by. Walking. There's no more indication of Rixon, or really whether you chose the correct path, whatever that is. But you do notice as you look up, now kind of passing between the mountain ranges, you start to notice, looking up over the side of the cliff face that's coming down towards you, it looks almost like a dust cloud that's picked up, except it's high up in the sky, white clouds. Strange, given that it's such a sunny day and there's no, there weren't any clouds in the sky that indicated any kind of rain was coming. But as you continue, you start to notice that this white cloud is rolling over the mountain and starting to fill the space that you are in, and it starts to get foggy.
You're looking at me, Ayla. I don't control the fog.
The fog rolls in. You continue on your way.
Is this a normal fog? Has Eldon experienced this before?
It
I
is...
imagine mountains get pretty foggy.
Yeah,
sometimes.
there's nothing to suggest that it's necessarily abnormal. It's just that it's kind of... It's one of those things where it wasn't there previously, and then suddenly it's there, and then it's taking up your whole space, and it's slowing you down.
Making the rocks slippery, I would imagine.
Everything about your trek goes from quiet, uneventful, nice and sunny day to it's difficult to see more than 15, 20 feet in front of you. It's a little bit chillier, nothing that's going to cause you to, get sick or whatever, because you're not properly clothed. But it's slowing you down, which is for a variety of reasons, not something that makes you feel all that great. Theratrix takes off into the sky at a certain point just to see how far it goes.
Can he like get above it?
Yeah, and he can. He can't see below it, but he does let you know that it continues on for quite some distance ahead, and that it doesn't look like it's going to be going away. It's now settled into this valley that you're in, and unless the suns burn it away, you're kind of stuck in it.
Welcome to the Vascan Mountains. Enjoy the beautiful sights as he sweeps his hand across this big field of fog.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of the mountains in Davenia.
I didn't realize you had mountains in Davenia.
Not as big as these, but they're still there. A lot more worn down.
Older. These are some of the tallest peaks in the world.
I remember reading about them as a child.
Bet you never thought you'd be climbing through them.
Never wanted to.
Fair point.
Lucky you. As you're having this conversation, you, Eldon, suddenly grab onto Kai's shirt and pull him back as you have come to the edge of this vast, yawning chasm that is spanning the width of all you can see, which is really not that far, but you're suddenly like, oh, stopping at the edge here.
Sorry, buddy.
You look to your left and you can see that there's the edge of what looks to be like an old bridge. But directly in front of you as you step and look over that cliffside, it is nothing but darkness. Like, edge of the cliff kind of goes down at a little slope before it just disappears into nothingness. You all come to this.
I say he's gonna hold out his hand to help Kai up real quick. Since he did just like...
Yeah, pull him back really quickly to save his life, but then remembering that Kai...
hates being touched.
And also can walk
Oh,
up
yeah, he can
cliffs
fly,
for the
so-
most part.
Oh yeah, just little things.
Yeah, little things. But,
Kai, you know, just Kai things.
I was gonna throw
I appreciate the
stone
care.
into the chasm and thaumaturgy to amplify the sound when it hits the ground so that we can hear it.
You hear no sound.
Huh. Just a gaping hole to nothing, eh?
Like I've said several times, welcome to the Vascan Mountains.
And if we look straight, I assume we can't see the other side.
You can't see
It's just
anything. Yeah.
fog.
It's just fog.
And how does that bridge look?
Not great. Doesn't look great. So you're standing, looking over the edge there of this foggy bridge. This is not a 1-for-1. This is just what I have to represent where you're at.
Is this an Indiana Jones type challenge? We just have to have faith.
Why don't you go first? You tell us.
Off of Kethra just magically...
Kethra is perfectly on the bridge.
nailed it.
So, yes.
I'm going to inspect the bridge.
I like the way this is set up because it is totally Kethra Julie just like, it's like, fuck it, you pansies, and just starts walking across the bridge.
Don't be a bitch.
Yes.
So the bridge is like intact, or is it,
It
like
isn't-
a part of a bridge?
No, it's
a whole
you
bridge.
watch as it disappears off into the white
And
fog
is it-
over the chasm.
Is it like a classic rope and wooden slat
Yes.
bridge? Is it a stone bridge?
It's a classic rope and slat. Yeah.
Why do you
Secured.
even need to ask that? Of course, it's a classic.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, that looks like it could be a stone archway.
No, this is just
Yeah. Well, it's either this or go back and take the other path.
Hey,
But
you're the guide here.
and I'm in uncharted territory for me.
I mean,
I
We
have
do
to-
not know what challenges are the other way,
I just have
and it
to
would
know.
cost us time.
I just have to know that you're all doing this of your own free will. I don't want to make you do anything you don't want to do. As like that rickety bridge is swinging back.
The other way could very well have been worse.
Listen, I am away from my beautiful tropical home, being attacked by death worms. This is just a bridge.
You do realize I left royalty. Do you really think anyone can make me do anything?
Okay. Eldon's gonna start across it, I guess.
Okay. Is Theratrix gonna remain above, or is he?
Yeah,
coming with
he's.
You just have Theratrix
yeah.
kind of hovering up above the.
Yeah. So that way I can at least grab onto his rear legs, and then.
Okay, so he's down with
as
you.
he struggles to hold me up, which he can't because he's not strong enough yet, we'll both slowly fall into this chasm. Just very slowly.
Like a slow glide. He's just doing circles.
He'll just cut your hands and you let go, and he's fine.
Yeah, but you can't. If I die, he dies. So.
All right.
It's going to be right behind Eldon.
Okay, you're going in a line. Okay. Is that what everybody's doing, or
If
I mean,
she's
Kethra would.
hastefully,
There's no
if
space
she's
between
hastefully
anybody.
rushing off, like
After those two go, Kai will kind of hold back everyone else, give him a little bit of space, probably like 20 feet or so, so that
Just
we're
one of
not
those, like,
all like immediately.
If this thing breaks, we all die.
Only half of us.
We'll let you know when we get across.
You hold back Kethra, and she's like, "Oh no, you are not."
We should give them some space. Weight distribution.
All right, I'll let her have like 30, 40 feet, but the moment she disappears from my sight, I'm going out there.
Very well.
All right, so if you want to
I
place.
can't tell if Kai is trying
Oops, that's the wrong
to
thing.
be the wingman or just being smart about things. It's like if
A little bit of both.
that bridges are rocking, don't come a knocking. All right.
It's the wind. We need help.
I was gonna say, if that bridge is rocking, we got problems.
So you begin heading out over this. Woo, that is not what I wanted. Over this chasm, you can hear the wind picking up. Let's see if I've got wind. Windy. I got a windy.
Just gonna have to do that for the next 10 minutes.
Player loop station.
Yeah, you begin heading out over the bridge. 15, 20 feet. At about the 20-foot mark is where you all begin to lose sight of Iolite behind Eldon. So kind of like on the edge there of the 20 feet. It's at that point,
Stop saying stuff like that, damn it!
Eldon,
Every time you do, I'm like, with my
you
body
hear
instinctively.
you hear a sound, and I'm gonna have you make a history check, as I'm not gonna try to make this sound. Maybe I can find it. Yeah.
Oh, finally. 16, 17, 18, 19.
19. Okay.
After the past 2 sessions of rolling like absolute fucking dog shit. Finally.
It's coming around.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
You hear whatever this sound ends up being. Which is not the one that I had hoped it would be, but that's what you hear.
Sounded like Julie.
yeah, I was gonna say that was she had on her phone last week.
And with the 19, as you are a little bit further along on that ledge there.
You know, it's a sky pig.
You know that it is what you call colloquially a cliff razor.
Cliff razor.
Razor. Which are, for all intents and purposes, pteranodon-like creatures. Yes. And
No, not yes. Not yes. That's not cool.
That is so cool.
He's
Thank
got
you,
so
Izzi.
excited though.
You see, with hardly any time to react, a figure that swoops out of the fog. I need you to make a strength or dexterity saving throw as
certainly
this
dexterity
creature
saving throw. I think it's
swoops
+8.
down. Also, Iolite, you're going to want to get ready for that as well.
No, Iolite.
First, Eldon.
It's a 15.
Okay, so just as this thing swoops down, you feel its claw like grab onto your wrist, but you shake it off, stepping over, like kind of over the side here of this, to the side, causing the bridge to swing a little bit, but it's not able to grab purchase and like lift you up. You, Iolite, need to make a dexterity saving throw to kind of like hold yourself in place as the bridge begins to swing. And Kethra would be at the edge, kind of just about to come onto the bridge.
It's a 12.
Okay. You are holding on. Your leg slips out the bottom in the back. But you're able to kind of hold yourself in place, but you are in a kind of precarious situation in this moment. Kethra can just barely see Iolite. You all kind of hear that scream, the rest of you, but you can't really see anything except a swirl of fog moving in the direction of your friends. We'll go around. Eldon, what would you like to do?
He would help her up.
Okay.
If she looked like she was slipping or something like that.
Yep.
The first thing he would do.
Okay, so you stop, turn, help Iolite. What is Theratrix doing?
I think he's just above.
Just hanging above you?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
probably doing circles, small circles in the cloud above us.
Okay. We've got, next up, I'm going to go Iolite. You're actually being helped up. Ayla.
I've
You
got
can
maybe
hear
over.
the sound of something going on over that bridge there.
Could I have sent Kethra like a
Oh, yeah.
message?
Mhm.
I would say, shit, there's something out here. We're okay. Don't come on this bridge. Don't come on this bridge. There's something out here. Flying.
Ayla.
I am going to go to the edge.
Okay.
I hope this doesn't knock you off. I'm going to cast Gust of Wind, but it goes in a straight line, but I'm not like doing the bridge. I'm going to like aim for over their heads. So it's going to be 60 feet of wind, and I'm just trying to like clear the mist up
above.
around
Yeah.
them.
Okay, so you step ahead and gust of wind, you see the mist and fog beginning to part. And what that reveals to you as you are doing that is these flying drake-like creatures that are swooping, and one actually is going to come around and attempt to grab onto you, Ayla. One is going to try to get Kethra, and another is going to try to get Kai.
Mother.
Yeah, as it starts coming in your direction.
And they all turn and see you. Notice you for the
I mean,
first time.
if they're coming like at me and from the front, they're gonna have to make
you blow it back.
They're gonna have to make a save because it will blow them.
With the bridge and everything, this reminds me exactly when she said Pteranodon of Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, in the
When it's, like,
aviary.
coming through on the on the bridge.
It's like
Yeah, they're like, what is that noise? And it's this fucking horrifying thing.
So we've got a Ayla. We have
what am I-
17 to hit you. 17 to hit.
shield.
Okay. It comes by swinging. Reaction to throw the shield up. It bounces off the side of it and keeps going. Kai and Kethra, that's like a 10 and a 7, so they kind of swoop by you. You can see at least 3 of these creatures that are coming around. They one of them kind of goes around, gets hit by that gust of wind and spirals a little bit, but goes off into the fog, and it's not enough to damage it. It just threw it off of where it's going. So what is the plan?
We definitely took the wrong path.
Top of the round, we'll go with Eldon.
When she did that with, can we see the end of the bridge now? If that goes for 60
No,
feet?
because she went up with it and it kind of parted it
It's
up
at,
above
like,
your heads.
A 60-foot.
Yeah.
It's like 10 feet wide.
So you can-
60-foot angle like above your head.
You can look up and see a little bit more of like what's going on, so you can see these dark creatures swooping, but you cannot see how far ahead the bridge is
I'd
and how
have to
far
get in
it goes.
front of you.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to grab Iolite's hand and
Or
and
actually-
run.
I could try to blow you across the thing.
That just gave me a worse headache.
I don't think it goes that far.
All right, so what are you doing?
He's going to grab Iolite's hand and run.
Forward. Okay. Sorry. All right.
One hand on the side of the
me-
bridge, one hand like, let's go.
Let me grab some better music for this.
It's either that or go back.
No.
And
Forward is the way to go. It's not any better back there.
No.
I just imagine smash cut to the other path, which is rainbows, sunshine, tweeting birds, a little lemonade stand for refreshments that some little kid made.
Okay. You are running. Iolite, are you going along with it? Because I'll just
Yes.
merge
Oh,
the
yes.
two. Okay, so
Contested strength.
Oh my god.
so you are going to run. You are running, but you're not going to be able to go a full 30 feet. You're going to be going at half movement because you're on a swinging bridge. For each round here, so let me pull up my pen wing here. This is not the right one. It's this one. You, running, I need you both to make acrobatics or athletics checks as you are running. While that happens, I'm going to have Ayla go. I need to roll for Kethra. I'm going to have Kethra go with Kai. That's what's going to happen. Kethra and Kai are going to share Kai's.
Ayla would tell Kethra and Kai to, go ahead of her.
Okay.
She's gonna be, in the back behind everybody, kind of, trying to keep the path, at least the sky path, clear so that we have a better chance of dodging these things. And is there anyone that I can see in the immediate area above anybody?
What do you mean, anyone? Are you talking any creature?
Any of the creatures?
They are swooping as things are going.
Right, so is anyone swooping within visual range?
They will be, yes.
Then I will,
So firstly, are you holding gust of wind?
it's a concentration.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Eldon
I don't know
and-
what their natural predators are. I was gonna use thaumaturgy to do an Obi-Wan and do a crate dragon scream, but I'm I don't know what eats these things. So.
Eldon and Iolite, what did you get?
A 4.
A 4.
16.
And a 16. Okay. Was it acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics as well?
Yep.
All right. So you are running, holding on to Iolite. My brain wants to say Ayla. Iolite's hand. You stop. You don't even get the full 15 feet. About halfway there, 7 feet or so. Iolite, you slip and are hanging over the edge. Like you were running, slipped. Now you're hanging on with Eldon holding on to your hand, and you both are stopped at this point. What are you doing?
Okay, so those two are gonna go ahead of me.
Yes. They have to go after you, though, because that's the turn
Right.
order.
Okay. After they go ahead of me, I will start going down the bridge. I'm holding wind, so anything that tries to swoop above our heads has to make a strength saving throw, and then anything coming in a straight line towards me has to spend 2 feet for every 1 foot of movement.
What are you casting?
This is all the effects
This
of
is
gust of wind.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hold my action of a firebolt to, like, if anything gets close to anybody, if something that like that comes this way and doesn't get blown away by the wind, then I'm just gonna firebolt it.
Okay. There you
Nailed
go.
it, dude.
Yeah, nailed
Fucking
it.
fuck that second time. We were all waiting. Every time you say fireball,
Did I say it wrong the
Alright,
first time?
so-
all I can think of is the movie Balto. Every time you say it, for some reason.
What I will say is if you want this to happen after these two, then I'm going to drop you on initiative order. You're going to go down to the bottom. Because
Okay.
what you want to do
Yeah, that's
requires
fine.
them to go ahead of you. Okay, so you're going to go down to the
Bring up the
end.
rear.
But before they can go, it's actually the creature's turn. So there are 3 of them
What the hell is that?
settling.
Squirrels.
It sounded like a refrigerator. I know there's a very specific noise that everybody heard, but
Yeah.
like a refrigerator door swinging shut. Like that muffled thump.
It's Tavern Ghost.
Hey, Rickson.
All right, Iolite, you're hanging down. Perfect
Just hanging
for
out.
so it swoops underneath this bridge.
He's like, if there's a time that you could fly, this would be great.
You feel the wind pass. Your legs lift up. You feel it pass right underneath you, but does not. And then that panic in your throat as something has come close to grappling you. We've
Pull me
got.
up, pull me up.
Would my gloves, of stone grip, have? Since she's made of stone.
No, you're not made of stone.
She's
stone-like.
Oh, that's
Stone-like.
a good idea.
So if you wouldn't mind putting just Kethra and
I tried. I was
yeah.
really-
So Isla's
worth
back
a try.
there. Kethra and Kai are going to be kind of 20 feet away, we'll say, from Iolite and Eldon. Oh my gosh, my brain is difficult. So for reference, and then yes, Theratrix is right there. So I'm gonna say you guys are out on the thing. One of them is gonna go after Ayla, but coming again from the side. They're not flying into your wind.
Fly into my wind. I want to see you go woo.
And then one going for Kethra. So my bubblegum is going to be Ayla, and my purple matching her hair.
See, this is where I wish I knew that something was happening, because when I went to Michael's not too long ago, they had this really cool Pteranodon.
What happens if the
Oh, yeah.
other one knocks the first one?
It is
The
whatever
first
it
one
landed
moved.
on.
But it changed. The bubblegum one was something else,
it
and then the purple
happens.
one moved it.
Can't reload.
And it was a lower number initially.
And 2 for Kethra.
Oh, 2 for Kethra and an 18 for Ayla.
Motherfucker.
Plus things. So
Interference.
so you are going.
Oh wait, my held action. Would I have been able to shoot it before it swooped at me?
I will say that you can do the shoot. Technically, your turn is after theirs, but because this is happening all kind of crazy, and you dropped to the bottom, so you are going to take 6 points of piercing damage, and you can, as you see it come in swooping, it kind of knocks you with its wing, and then you let loose your firebolt.
19
19
to hit.
to hit. Okay, yes, that hits.
2d10s.
All right.
What damage? 6 piercing damage?
6 piercing damage. Yes.
All right, hold on. Let me do my. This is a
Okay.
13 con save to keep up my concentration on the wind.
Huh? 10. Oh, then yes, you did it.
Okay.
Yes, it was 10 or
It's-
higher.
Yeah, it's half the damage or 10, whatever is higher.
Gotcha. And then these.
Kai, while that's being
Fuckers.
rolled, what are you doing?
Kai is trying to keep a little bit of distance so that we're not directly next to each other, but he is watching out for Kethra.
Okay.
He will Eldritch Blast if any of them get close.
Okay, so do you want to take it from when it... You
Yeah.
can I'll say you can do a blast at the one that went to try to hit her.
12 fire damage.
You hear it shriek and, like, you see a little bit of it catch fire and it, like, swirls and goes off and away. You did significant damage to it, you feel.
26 to hit.
That hits. Absolutely.
7 points of force damage.
Okay. This one also screeches and it goes off into the white. As you are running, I'm gonna have everybody except for Ayla, who hasn't entered onto the bridge yet. You all are going to Eldon. I'll say like you pull Iolite up off of the precarious situation that she is in, and you can try running again. Everybody's gonna make either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
But not me.
Not you. As you are running, you feel this gust of wind that just swings the bridge. Kai, I'm gonna say for you, because you have the ability to kind of hold on to things. It's more
Just
about.
walking on the bottom of it. Get me now.
It's more about like you're secure. Kethra is not in her current state anyway. And I guess I would leave it up to you all as well if you feel like Kethra would shift into something, or I don't want to take ownership of using a wild shape, but
I think if she
like
were
were to fall,
falling, she would.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if she was
I
like,
would say if she was falling, she can fly now, so
Eve-
she would definitely.
honestly, even in the situation that we were just in, she wouldn't have probably waited. She's like, no, I'm a bird now.
yeah,
Just not to hold up him,
yeah. Okay.
Right, that's a very Kethra thing to be like, why am I even fucking walking across this bridge when I can fly across it?
Well, just from action economy and using up a wild shape, I don't want to be the one to make that
Yeah.
decision. So
If she's in danger, she definitely would.
okay. So speaking of, what did everybody get for their athletics check?
10.
10. Okay.
I wasn't sure. Or am I? Is
So we're gonna say you don't have to make one. I'm gonna say that you don't have to make one. This is more like if you're trying to, you're going to be distracted by Kethra trying to make it. Even though she can fly, there's still always a chance that like somebody knocks you out or you get tumbled in a way that you weren't expecting. Like, it's still scary to be in this situation. That is not good at all.
Another 15 for me.
15. You're not
I
doing
rolled a
it.
7, then
Kethra
an
rolled
8,
a
then a
2
7.
on the dice. So, Iolite, you, again, you both make it another, 7 or so feet. It is going real slow.
7 feet? Oh, because she
She just fell again.
This is
like,
you're
yeah.
a cliche movie.
And Kethra also falls
the heel
down
on your
to
shoe
the
break?
side.
You're only doing this to make Eldon feel good.
Yeah.
To make him feel like a
Gets to
hero.
Yeah,
Hero.
so I would say you being further away from her than Eldon is, this is a point where Kethra will fall. So she probably switched into a raven
What
or
did she roll?
something. She rolled a 2
rolled
on the dice.
Oh, shit.
I didn't even bother looking up her stats.
Just fucking-
Yes.
She falls into the mist and then just
Turns into an eagle.
beautiful gallant bird just flies up.
probably because it's Kethra, she would probably turn into a giant raven because she's circle of the moon, so she can be super high CR.
Can they carry people?
We've got an attack on Kethra, my purple, and an attack on Iolite, my
Do we see that
glitter.
happen?
You can't see them coming from the.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, you.
The rest
Yeah,
with
you
the
would see
fog
her
cleared.
just like flip off the side and. All right.
She said a
Wow.
giant raven.
Oh, I'm real bad for these, but that's still. A natural 1 for Kethra. The attack on Kethra.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought.
And
was gonna say, like,
a
oh,
9
shit.
against you, Iolite.
It's the second time it's missed as you were hanging
Yes.
off this bridge.
Yeah.
They don't have very high modifiers, at least not the ones that
Good.
I have going after you at the moment.
I mean, it makes
Okay.
sense, really. I mean, pteranodons are just, they're like balsa
already
wood
pulled that
airplanes. If you took a balsa wood airplane and mixed it with a bat,
I knew exactly what you meant.
So
you feel like if you hugged one too tight, it would just.
for no, that's not gonna work. So Kethra, you see there's some interaction that happens in the mist between Kethra and this cliff raiser, but you're not able to see what happens, except that she kind of swoops out and you can see her again. Iolite,
Does she
you
have
then
its
watch
head in her beak?
feel the wind underneath. This next round, there will be penalties to speed this up a bit. We've got Ayla. You're still
DM for you motherfuckers are too slow.
you are on the edge. So top of the round, Eldon. You again. If you're going to obviously help Iolite up, it is slowing down your movement. You pull Iolite up. You still can't see the edge of this this bridge. I'm going to get my.
Now, does the bridge, when it sways, this is a very particular question, does it sway really wide?
It is doing it more because Kethra flipped off the side, and you're kind of like going off.
I only ask because I'm trying to judge how long this bridge is. Because if
It's-
if
yes.
it's bouncing like this, then
No,
it's not
it's
that long.
it's
If
a wide
like,
bridge.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right,
God.
this is a bad idea. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, then he'll do that again. Grab her hand and go.
Okay.
How far do we get? Another like 10 feet or whatever it is.
Less than that because you're pulling her up and all of that. Ayla, are you staying over on the side, or have you started going on the
you
bridge?
just told me that I haven't been able to go. I originally said once they went ahead of me, I would start going.
Okay, then you
after
can be
them.
on the bridge.
But she ain't fucking staying there.
I'm just gonna keep moving.
So we'll say Kethra's off the bridge. Kai is able to. You're able to kind of make your distance. You're still going slower. And now I need everybody on the bridge to make another acrobatics or athletics check as it's swinging back to the other side now, kind of wide. What'd you get?
Nat 20.
Hey, all right.
22.
You feel the.
Third time, I think I've got my handle
Yeah.
on this bridge. I know exactly what to do.
You've got your hands on this bridge. Eldon is still holding onto your wrist just in case, but you're like, I've got it. Ayla, what did you get?
22.
Okay, you feel confident. You still have the gust of wind up, right? You're just keeping it forward and
Yeah,
up.
it's a bonus action to change its direction.
Okay. Kai, you didn't have to roll. And
Eldon will be right back.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna roll. We've got nobody who came falling off the edge, so they are gonna go after. 2 of them are gonna go after Ayla.
Me?
Yep. That's a 6 and a 17 to hit.
Motherfucking 17.
All right, you take 6 more points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna hellish rebuke it.
Okay.
Which is.
And I'm gonna have you make a I'm gonna have you make a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Hellish rebuke first is
17.
17?
17.
Okay, you're good.
11 plus what?
Did you fall again?
No, I got a nat 20.
Oh shit! I missed
Carrying you.
it. Oh, you just grabbed me by the back of my collar and the back of my belt and just whoop.
Oh wait, so it has to make a
it's the
dexterity
nat
saving
20,
throw
yeah.
against my hellish rebuke.
Gotcha. Still
I
need you
have
to make
stand
a
outside for
yeah.
the rest of my rolls. today.
16.
If that's what it takes, to stand in the cold.
It succeeds.
Okay, then it gets half of 14 fire
Okay.
damage.
And did you make your dex or strength saving throw?
Let me do that now. Oh. That's an 8.
Okay. You rolled your concentration check?
That is a 9.
Okay, your gust drops. As you are lifted up in the air by this creature, it holds on to, like, one of your hands was up to hold that gust in place and going, and it swoops down, grabs on, and lifts you 10 feet up into the air and is moving with you over the fog. Other way.
Over the open ground?
Over the open ground, yes.
Open air, rather.
Okay.
You think what I'm thinking? How eagles hunt goats?
Top of the round. Eldon, you all notice almost immediately that the fog is starting to roll back into the area that had been cleared up above your heads. You see, though, Eldon, right ahead of you, now that your attention is away from Iolite, who seems secure, that the bridge looks like it ends. You're only about like 10 feet or so from the edge of the bridge.
Okay. He'll pull Iolite along, and then once we get right to the edge, he's gonna pull out his bow and knock an arrow.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna have another round of acrobatics or athletics checks. 20? Oh. One? And that
Thing
one?
Still.
oh yes, I do. All right. Because I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
But because he's holding her hand and trying to help, he's got that like adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Of like, I can't fuck this up.
You feel your foot slam through one of the slats and it goes through, but you go to lift yourself up to try to make sure you don't slip.
All right, that was 19. That's a lot better.
Okay.
So 19 plus 8.
Okay. Not even missing a step.
Just get the girl.
What'd you get?
18.
Okay.
Yes, there we go.
You like hop off of the broken board, like your foot doesn't even go through it, it breaks, and you're already off of it.
Legolas from which Lord of the Rings movie was it when he was jumping on the rocks, the falling rocks?
So you are at the edge of...
He does so
figured
many
you would-
fucking crazy.
I figured you would.
I'm trying to think the rocks. I remember sliding on the elephant. He walking on top of the snow on the mountain.
So So as soon as we hit solid ground, he's gonna knock that arrow. In.
Okay.
He's gonna. Was the acrobatics check my action?
No, that was just as a
So I-
reaction to going
So I'll
through.
hold an action to sling arrows at anything that comes out at Kai. I
Okay.
guess on the bridge.
All right. You don't see Ayla at this point. Okay, Kai, what are you doing?
So, does Kai notice?
You saw Ayla, like you heard her.
You're
Go like, what? and you see that the stuff no longer is there wind pushing this away. So you turn and look and see just as she's getting pulled into the fog.
Then Kai will attempt to hit it with an Eldritch Blast and yell to now would be the time for those wings.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a dirty 20.
All right, that is going to
I can
hit.
only do that once a day.
You heard correctly.
It's 12 points of force damage.
Yes. So you hit this creature. It starts spiraling. Let's go of Ayla. Ayla, you are in a free fall as this thing spirals off into the white cloud and disappears.
How far away from the edge am I? Like the bridge?
I would say probably about 15 feet or so.
And how high in the sky above it?
It had brought you 10, 15 feet out, and then now you're falling. So you are...
Oh, I know. I just have something, and I might want to use it.
Okay, if you tell me what it is, I can help you.
It's that feather fall rune. I just
Okay.
have to find what it
Right,
says.
but Featherfall, you're still gonna
You're still
gonna
gonna
end
fall.
up at the bottom of the thing.
Right, but this rune. Hold on. I can maybe get my inventory, find where it is. Gently, gently glides creatures to descent. While on the leaf, the creature moves. I can move up to 2 feet horizontal for every 1 foot I descend.
You
So
You're still
I
gonna
was-
end
yeah,
up
you
at-
wouldn't. You'd be under the bridge.
Oh,
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
That is such a video game thing. Gonna make it.
Double jump,
Oh
double
no!
jump.
Yeah, double jump.
If you were to go 2 feet for every 1 foot, you would still have to be like almost 20, 30
Yeah.
feet above.
So while you're making that decision, Kai,
Wings is the bonus.
the
action, I think.
one remaining, swoops down and is going to go for you. That is a 13 to hit. That's not hit.
It's the shield.
All right, what are you doing? Oh, and you wanted to loose an arrow because you would have seen that.
Yeah, sure. What at which one?
The pterodon that, or the cliff razor that went after Kai.
I was gonna misty step and save the
22.
wings, but I'm gonna
Yes.
just do the wings because fuck it, I
Yeah,
got wings.
you wouldn't. You might not be close enough to really see the bridge. No, you have a 20-foot radius. You'd be able to see the
It's
bridge.
30 foot.
I know, but in terms of what you can see,
Oh,
it's
okay.
20 feet, so you'd be able to see it.
Should have cast something.
Did you hit it?
Nat 20.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. You don't even have to roll damage. They don't have that much. You can if you want.
I wanted to do it and then
We wanna know-
to add his power
I
to it.
want to know how obliterated it'll be.
That's 8 plus 7 is what, 15?
One more time.
8 and 7?
Yep.
25.
Okay.
A little bit of fire to it, too.
All right. You can describe how you annihilate this
It just
cliff
blows a
razor.
hole through it and the thing just... I imagine it like falling like Duck Hunt.
Yeah. Are you loosing your wings?
Yes.
They explode forth from your back, pushing temporarily the mist away, and so you're able to fly over.
Who's watering the grass?
As you land next to Eldon, Iolite, and Kai, it's still swinging, but you just walk yourself across, looking over. Kethra lands on Eldon's shoulder.
Well, I land with a whoo-hoo!
And Eldon, as you are looking at everything that has just occurred, you can hear the screeches of other things. You know that these cliff razors, they hang out in caverns that they've almost like a woodpecker driven into the stone. So you don't really want to stay. And as you turn to look back behind you, you swear in the mist you see the shadows of humanoid figures that just kind of dissipate into the background.
Okay.
And that is where we will take a break.
Concerning.
Oh, man, I'm being haunted by ghosts.
So you are all at the other edge of the swinging rope bridge, which is now coming to a rest slowly, the fog rolling back in over the area that you tried to push away, Ayla, with your gust.
Tried.
I mean, successfully did, but now it's gone.
This is a well-constructed bridge. All that fucking commotion.
Yeah. Turning around, you can see Eldon. You saw what appeared to be shadows and shades, like just pulling back out of sight in the white fog. Anything you all want to do before heading forward?
We're on the other side, like still at the bridge.
Yes.
Okay. It's gonna shoot off one more burst of magical energy into the sky and hope I hit something.
Okay.
Frustration.
Eldon's just staring at the fog with the figures that he saw for a long moment before everybody starts moving.
Okay.
For the next 9 minutes, I am going to glide
Fly.
across the ground with my wings.
Ayla gets the most out of her wings before they fade. You notice as you cross over the bridge that the elevation begins to drift upwards on your path. So you are now heading up. I was going to say... no. Okay. You continue forward. The fog does not go away, but it does kind of lighten a bit on the edges as you start heading up and around along the edge of a rock face. And you continue forward. Theratrix sticks fairly close by at this point, as there's no, like, being up above where he can see you all, there's nothing to see. And the day drifts on. Are you resting or moving forward? Just to throw that out there.
Is anybody hurt? Does anybody need to rest?
They bit me a couple times, but
Okay.
it's up to you.
Oh, it's up to how Isla's feeling and looking.
She's annoyed, but she's looking great.
How about health-wise?
Health-wise, she's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep moving.
Keep going.
Unless anybody has any magic that needs to come back on a short rest.
Kai didn't use any spells. He just Eldritch blasted them. He was ready, but you had wings, so he was ready to jump if anyone couldn't.
You notice that the wind keeps going, and while you had originally thought that it would be a while before you start heading up, the elevation change and shift is more sudden than you were expecting. You kind of start going along those cut paths, going up the side of the mountain. The wind is buffeting against the ledge, and you really have only one way to go. Perhaps the other direction would have led a little bit further before it started heading vertically, but you're not at a point where you have to pull out climbing gear. It's just a trek going up higher, and it starts to weigh on you. You are not going as quickly or as far as you all would like.
Is it stone or?
Yes, it's stone earth.
My boots make that so that I'm fine with it.
Right. So it's less about that the stone, it's more that you're heading up. You're now on an incline walking upwards with all your gear, so you're just getting tired more quickly.
The terrain is not bothering me, even though I am getting more tired.
Yes. You're like, I feel fine. My feet are beautiful.
It's just life dragging
My
me down.
muscles are starting
It's
to
just
burn.
the altitude. It's not the
The
terrain
air
itself.
is getting thin.
The air starts getting a little bit thinner. Your path leads onto a precarious cliffside, buffeted by powerful gusts of wind. As you turn a corner and look, you can see that on either side now, you're not very high. You're high enough, but you're not like you can see the mountains all around you. You're low at the base of the mountain in comparison, but either side of this cliff, you can see it tumbles down into the white fog. And as you're moving forward, Eldon leading the way, you start to notice these runes carved into the stones on either side of where you are. Boulders and rocks. And getting closer to them, because you can read Draconic, I believe, you see what appear to be names. Vornak, Krynos, Veltar, Grindor. You start kind of like reading all of these names as you're going forward. Braxil. And make an insight check.
19 plus 1, dirty 20.
You recognize these as being names. While you don't immediately recognize any of them specifically, these are similar to names that you would see of drakes. And one does stand out to you. Veltar. And you remember lingering on that name for a moment. Rixon's Drake's name. And as that memory comes to you, you turn again to the side, and Rixon is standing beside you again. And the wind is whipping through over this cliffside. Your companions are all, you can see hair moving and clothing, but Rixon is perfectly still. And they step forward and then past you and put their hand out behind, facing the rest of the party, and looks at you and then back at them, hand out in a stopping signal. So between you and them, you are up forward with Theratrix, and Rixon has put himself between you and Theratrix and the rest of your party.
So the way you've described it, it's almost like that cliff.
It's more like you're walking along a ledge, and on either side there are rocks tumbling down. You're walking.
So we're
in
almost
between.
on like a spine of a.
Kind of, yeah. Okay. And you can see large rocks, boulders where these names are carved. It's not like a wall on either side. It's more sporadic than that. But yes.
I don't know how to put this, but I think I'm supposed to go on by myself.
No.
That Rixon fellow I was telling you about, his spirit is, well, he's right there. I can see him. And he's telling me, he has his hand out as if to stop you.
How do we know we can trust him? We can't even see him. It might not even really be him. I just don't think you should go by yourself.
Can I see where the path leads, or is that what does it go into the white?
So the path is leading off into the distance. It's kind of curved, and you can't see really beyond some larger boulders often in front of you that are blocking your path. It's no longer obscured by the mist in front of you. It's a mist on either side. So if you were to like tumble down, you can't see.
And to be clear, he is stopping them from continuing on over that, not going towards those names that you talked about, right?
Correct. So the names are on either side. He is stopping them on the path and looking at you.
If it wasn't for him, then I wouldn't be here in the first place.
So are we to sit here on this windy pass?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. We will be here. Go see your destiny then.
What if you need us? You have your earring.
I do.
How far does that go?
Not far enough. But I'll be back. I'll just scout a little ahead, and if there's any trouble, Theratrix will come get you.
You have 1 hour.
1 hour. He's gonna walk over to Iolite.
Rickson will stop you before you pass him. If you go to move past him, he's going to put his hand out to you. His hand is already out to them, and he's looking at you right in the eyes.
Then he'll stop. It would be, I suppose you could say it would be clear
Yes.
that I would have, but then I stopped. So, 1 hour. Then he's gonna make eye contact. It'll just look to you guys like he's staring off into space.
Mm-hmm.
But to this Rickson spirit,
He drops his hand from you.
better be right.
There's no
Find what you're
response.
looking for.
Oh.
Oops.
Completely destroy the dice setup.
And you feel a violent boost of inspiration.
Violent boost. Just feels like a slap in the face.
Jeez. So, for 1 hour, Eldon and Theratrix will continue down the path.
It doesn't take you that long.
Oh.
As you turn and begin walking down the passing by the names that you had read or reading more as you go, they start to light up. The rest of you can see Eldon. He's maybe 40, 50 feet ahead of you. When the runes that you hadn't quite noticed on the sides of these rocks begin to glow, and you start to see figures forming that surround Eldon and Theratrix on 4 sides.
Does everyone else see that as well, or is it just been a long day?
I see it.
We see it too.
Okay.
And Eldon, you and Theratrix... Why is this not happening? Find yourselves surrounded by the figures of 4 drakes. Your friends are not close to you. Again, probably about 50 or so feet back. You see these drakes all appear to be different style. You know that they kind of appear to have different types of attacks, but it's a little bit difficult for you to pin down based off of just looking at them. I am going to roll for the drakes.
Fuck. I was hoping it wasn't just going to be a battle, but it was going to be like a...
That's the same roll I got earlier.
Test of wills.
Yes, you see them all floating, just barely touching the ground around you. They do not have wings. They are like these spectral visions of what you know drakes to be. And the wind whipping around, you are, and your clothing is all moving with the wind, but these drakes, they look as though they're existing in a separate dimension, not affected at all. There is a gust of wind that comes from the east and pushes to the west. I need you and Theratrix to make a dexterity saving throw from where you are at.
You said saving throw, right?
Yep.
That's a good one for him. Saving throws. What's a proficiency bonus? 3?
3.
16 and 50. Good. For him, it's a dirty 20, and for me, it's 15 plus 8.
Okay, you both
23.
feel a sudden surge of wind that pushes you, but you steady yourselves against it and see these 4 different drakes coming in your direction. You get to go first. What would you like to do?
Do they look... Are they moving towards me in a hostile
They're
manner?
kind of circling at the moment, but it looks like they're about to descend on you. Yes.
Does any of them look like they would match the description of Veltar? You said the silver... oh, shit, I can't remember how Rickson... Is it my silver something?
Yes. I will let you use your action to look at them to determine if any of them appear to be him.
Okay.
Him.
Sure.
All right.
What would that be? Investigation?
I think just perception. Yeah, no, it would just be perception because you've seen him before.
Shit. 9.
Okay. As you start to see they're shimmering and almost like disappearing momentarily, the wind is whipping through. I'll say the one who's biggest behind you at the moment as you turn, you do not believe that one
Okay.
is Veltar. So they are going to attack.
Shit.
One of them is going to leap and then attempt to go after Theratrix.
We can see this, right?
No, I think.
We not.
You
Can
can,
we
like
see this?
you
around
can
the-
see.
Oh, I
They
thought
kind
he
of
went like
around
around
a corner,
the corner.
but you can see. You're far enough away that
And do we see the drakes too?
you do what you all see. This is a good question. You do not see the very clear outline of drakes. You instead can see that the wind is moving around an ethereal type shape that has not quite taken root. You know that there are 4 creatures or something, spirits, near and surrounding these 2, but you don't know exactly what they are. All right. So, this first one is going to lunge forward.
Should have shot when I had the chance.
Famous last words.
1. So lunges forward, you sidestep out of the way. This one just bounds past you. Another is going to go after Theratrix. They,
As it bounced past, do I get a attack of opportunity?
no.
It's worth it. Worth trying.
This one is tries to go for Theratrix and kind of he flies up above it and it skids over, goes to the side. I'm gonna do both of these. Okay, 19. So the large one comes up behind you, Eldon, and you kind of turn just in time. It's a 24 to hit.
It hits.
You are going to take 7 points of psychic damage as you feel a bite, but you don't actually see anything. Nothing happens to your clothing or anything. There's no piercing of anything. It just comes forward, bites, and then pulls itself away, but you can feel in your head like you got hurt. All right. That they all kind of end up somewhat close to where they're at. So this one's gonna be here. This one stays on the path, somewhat close to you. Okay. It is your turn.
He'll take his bow out and knock an arrow. One of the what is this here? Chances are regular attacks aren't going to hurt these things, but we're going to try anyways. He's going to go with a fear arrow,
Okay.
and I will attack. We'll go for the one that he's actually pointing at right there.
Okay.
Don't forget.
That one looks
but
to be
there's
kind
something
of
that
like
I
a
wanted to do.
black drake.
All right, I'll as a bonus action, I'll cast Hunter's Mark on it
Okay.
too. Kind of fucks up what I was going to do, but that's a good idea. First one misses. That's a 4
Okay.
plus 4 plus 11. Actually, 4 plus 11 is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, no, that hits.
Oh, okay, cool. Plus the Hunter's Mark. I'll use this one for Hunter's Mark, and Theratrix's. I think he's fire right now. Right, that's what I.
He's fire,
I should have. I should have kept track of that. It's 7. It's 10, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. 23 points of damage.
Okay.
Do you need the breakdown or no?
No, this one dissipates.
Okay. And then he'll spin. He's just like the way he is now in that position. He'll spin on his knee,
Okay.
and he'll take aim at another one.
Okay. The big one or one of the
Yeah,
little
sure.
ones? The big one? Okay.
Yeah. 7 plus 18 to hit.
That hits.
Hunter's Mark. I don't get to use this. I didn't specify which arrow I was going to use, so I'll just use a regular one. 16 points of damage.
Yep. This one dissipates.
Not knock two at the same time. Do a Robin Hood.
I know, right? And then, as Theratrix's action, he'll use his actually, I don't know if I can do that because I used my bonus action. It's always tough because although he has his own. Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah.
That's my turn. I'm sorry.
Where is Theratrix? I have him on the ground next to you at the moment.
Yeah, he'll go up probably 10 or 15 feet at
10.
that point, like a real dramatic, like kick himself off the ground.
How far up is he going?
We'll say 15. Or 10 if that's what you have, that's easier.
Nope, it's whatever you want.
15's good.
Do you want me to put him on there?
Yeah. Alright, so Theratrix is 15 feet up.
Yep.
Alright.
Now, something that I always forgot about
Yeah.
is that if I don't command him to do anything,
He takes the dodge action.
he takes it.
Yes.
That's the only thing he can do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
and that's what is the dodge at? I always forget that.
It's disadvantage on attacks against him.
I think you get a bonus to dexterity.
To like give Jesus. Oh, okay.
Alright. So,
Always fucking forget that until I just looked at it just now.
there is another gust of wind. I need another, both of you to make strength or dexterity saving throws.
This was plus 4. That's plus. I rolled a nat 20, which is nice.
Awesome, alright.
He rolled a 9 plus 4, 13, I think.
13. Okay.
What'd you say?
13.
Oh.
Theratrix gets pushed by the wind 10 feet this way. And I'm gonna double check something. Wait. You feel a little tug as Theratrix gets pushed that way. That something that even he like kind of looks at you strangely as he gets pushed, and then you almost feel like an elastic is being stretched between the two of you. All right, it is these folks' turns. This one of the drakes is going to going to, you see it disappear under the ground, this one.
These motherfuckers.
It's going,
And
in the
then
ground.
it's going to pop up right in front of you and blast with a cone of cold. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. 8. 3 plus 8. 11.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I have inspiration dice. What did I say? It was an 11, right?
11.
Oh, it's plus 7. I thought these were only D4s, and I don't know why.
D8, baby.
Yeah, in my head, I was going like, fuck. I was like trying to do the quick math of like, oh. So 11 plus 7, 18.
Okay.
Thanks, bub.
All right, you take a certain amount of...
It made like all the fucking difference in the world. It was like that one. I didn't get shit.
Okay, you are going to take 9 points of cold damage. This other Drake...
Is it cold, or is that the same type of psychic-y?
I'm sorry, yeah. It feels cold, but it's psychic, yes. The other Drake is going to leap into the air. It's kind of not quite flying, but it doesn't really need to. It's going to go after Theratrix. And it's going to do a multi-attack on Theratrix. That's a 12 and a 16.
It's both misses.
Both
His
misses.
AC's 17.
Yep, he swings to one side, then the other.
I just saw the look when I said it. You were like,
Damn, that's pretty good AC. Wish I had an AC 17.
And then these folks appear. One right,
oh, they come back.
No.
It's the same exact ones.
same exact one.
Rude.
Well, you're not a Ghostbuster, kid.
Here.
Getting like a big 13 ghost vibe from this. You can only see them with the goggle things.
Okay. It is your turn. Top of the round.
Shit. It's your sticky spot. Okay. Let's see. I will cast. I mean, I called it Vaskant's Ire, but it's magic missile.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so 3 glowing darts. It's just 1d4 plus 1 force damage.
Yeah.
But
The magic missile dice are in that white bag if you want to give it a try.
this one?
Yep.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Then you don't have to do any math other than just adding them up.
He's gonna target those 3.
Okay,
That's in
one
front of
each.
him. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I want to see something. Holy shit! That's all 4. That's all.
4
numbers.
across the
Oh.
board?
3 dice. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Holy
Okay.
Get some lotto numbers this week.
Yeah. There you go. I don't know why I closed this up. So 1 to each of the 3 there,
Sure. Yep.
and then Theratrix will go over to that other one, and he'll use his fun dragon's breath. It's only 12. They have to make I think it's a Dex D12 save. It's not
Okay.
very high, but so
as-
when those little draconic is what happens.
So you watch the what is it? They're like dragon head almost kind of figures that go through the sky. They hit something and poof, but the spirits don't leave. And it's almost like even when you hit them with the arrows, they dissipated, but they didn't react as somebody who was being hurt. So it kind of like hits them, but there's no physical like aversion or movement of their body or anything like that. Theratrix, it moves forward. You feel a snap. And you can't really feel Theratrix connected to you at this moment.
Oh, I don't like
What's
that.
his breath weapon?
It's you have to make a one. It's only a 12 dex save.
Oh, dex save, okay.
Yeah, for the target, and 3d6.
Meets it, beats it, so that's a success on their end.
Breath weapons scale up as you go
This is
along.
one that she.
Oh,
This is like an early version of what he's
I didn't know. if
in
it
the
was
book. He
like
doesn't
the
have
other
one yet,
things.
but he has like a mini baby one now. So you said meets it, beats it. It didn't hit anything.
It hit, but does it do any damage if you get hit? Is it half damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I rolled fucking max on that again. That's 12, 13, 14, half of that, 7.
Okay. All right. The wind. A dexterity saving throw as you are pushed, and it's with disadvantage for both of you.
Oh, don't think fucking need it. 5 plus 8. So it was 12 for him, and 5 and 8 is
13.
13 for me, just in case. Yeah, it's those first ones were lower.
Okay. Theratrix is pushed 10 feet this way. You are also pushed 10 feet, which is going to have you hanging off this edge like any more in that direction, and you will fall. As you get pushed by the wind, you haven't felt wind this strong in a very long time. Typically, these kind of gusts happen higher up on the mountain, so something is happening in this space. Make a perception check with disadvantage as you get pushed.
With disadvantage?
Yep.
Can't use his dice. Gotta use my own. 7 plus 4. 11.
Okay. You feel like you see a flash of silver, but you can't tell if you were. For sure. A breath weapon against Eldon from the big one.
Is he hanging off like?
He's like kind of on the edge where there was a movie and it's like looking at your feet and your feet are
They're
like
the little
right
rocks
on the
are
edge.
coming off.
Yeah. Yeah.
The heels of his boot are just over the edge.
Yep. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
This is the lower one. 12 plus 8, dirty 20.
Okay. That is a total of 12 points of psychic damage on you. Another attack on Theratrix is going to be a multi-attack. We've got a 20
That'll hit.
something and a 13.
The first one hits.
Okay, that's 6 points of psychic damage as he feels like he's being bludgeoned. The littler one in front of you, as the kind of breath weapon almost like goes through its body to hit you from the larger Drake, it's going to try to do a psychic multi-attack on you. A 23
That hits.
and a 14.
That misses.
6 points of psychic damage.
Are we sitting there with his tea set, just calmly watching
Oh,
this?
Iolite is
It's just
definitely not calmly
I feel
watching.
Like we're
Iolite
like,
is like when, like,
Yes.
looking at him and looking at you guys, like, when do we do something?
Panning over to the rest of you, Kethra is definitely nervously staring and then looking back at the rest of you, almost waiting for a sign to move forward.
Can they see the drakes fully?
They cannot.
No,
You
we
can
just see
still
you getting your
only
ass kicked by the
Walked
wind.
around.
It's almost like
I didn't hear no bell.
I'm almost picturing kind of like if you had a decent look at Predator when it's camouflaged. It's like you can see the world shifting in space around Eldon and Theratrix. You can see Theratrix get pulled away, and you.
Need a comfort mint.
I'll say from your perspective, when Theratrix and Eldon got pushed by the wind and you're watching you step forward, like you want to move forward to save them, you almost in time right between them saw it's like the air snapped.
How does Eldon look in terms of, like, physically, facial expression-y, like...
Determined. Like, he's not afraid of death in this moment, even though it's very precarious. But he's determined.
If we step past where the guy we couldn't see was putting his hand up, like, can we pass that point, or is there, like, an invisible barrier?
There, you can certainly try.
She's not going to try yet. She's just, we're watching, and, like, she's, like, holding Iolite's, like, hand, like, and, like, tightly, like, just wait until it's time not to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hand holding.
Yeah, she's, like, ready to go.
Like, it's like,
Like, I don't know...
he needs to do it himself. It's,
Yeah.
it's his destiny.
Theratrix did say that he needed us also.
Maybe getting the shit kicked out of it. It is his destiny.
The shit kicked out of him.
All is as it should be. Guys, I'm really fucked up here. He's okay.
He's got this all
This
day.
is what he wants.
You steady yourself on the rock and then look, and both of these drakes are looking at you very intently. Eyes kind of glowing. I'm trying to... There you go. Beautiful.
Now that they're in front of me, can I see the colors and stuff?
I will let you use your bonus action to make a perception check
Alright.
with disadvantage.
Fuck. Disadvantage.
Dude, you got fucking ghost headaches.
13 and a 17. 13 plus 4. 17.
Okay. Directly in front of you, the one that is the closest to you with the larger drake behind, you can tell that this is a silver drake. This, while you wouldn't know their names unless it had been told to you, this is a silver drake, and the names that had lit up around you, Veltar was one of them.
It's my turn, right? Yeah, I just made a thing. At that, he's gonna slip his hand behind him, and he's gonna pull out the keeper's sigil that he has,
Okay.
and he's gonna take a couple steps away from the edge, from where he was, and he's gonna hold it out
Okay. So you're going to step up to...
to the
Veltar.
If they're, as long as they don't attack me immediately.
Dude, this is either like, hey, I'm cool, or they see that and go, it's one of them.
Fuck those guys.
Okay. So you're stepping up and holding
And he's
out.
gonna hold it. He's gonna hold it out, and he'll say, "Veltar, Rickson, he sent me."
So I'll give you a choice of persuasion or insight
Oh, they're both.
with disadvantage.
All right, we'll go with persuasion, because it's a +2. It's gonna be terrible. Okay, the lower one was a 13.
Okay.
That's a 15.
You see Veltar's face, like, looks at the sigil, looks up at you, and then the teeth are bared all of them bare their teeth. You are not feeling... There's been, since the snap between you and Theratrix, you are feeling alone. You are feeling like something is missing. You are not bonded with your Drake in this moment. He is right there, but he's not close enough. And that is getting in the way of your attempt to communicate with these other Drakes.
Okay.
The wind whips up. And I need a dexterity save from both you and Theratrix with disadvantage.
That's right. Is...
Theratrix calls out to you as you step forward.
5 plus 8 is 12.
13.
13 again? I know, I've said that like 4 times. 13, and then for him, 4 plus 4 is 8.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
You actually get pushed, both of you, in this direction. It sweeps in from like a northwest kind of direction. You get pushed through the Drake and onto the other side. And this time
He made that noise as it happened.
you slam up against a rock on the other side there. And you are gonna take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Now that ain't psychic. That is just
That is not. Yes.
straight up
It's hitting
fucking
a rock.
rock to the face damage.
Theratrix yells out to you as you hit the rock. And you both like make eye contact, but you are not close enough to each other. It's your turn.
I will...
Oh no, it's their turn. I'm sorry. That's initiative count 20. Apologies.
Oh, that's cool.
They're gonna turn. Those
Yeah.
two. The larger one.
What you just do is the equivalent of it's like, it's okay. I'm a cop at like a mob gathering.
Both of them are going to turn
You've been
towards
getting
you.
potted on your YouTube algorithm too, haven't you?
And I need a dexterity save as both of them release their breath weapons in your direction.
Okay. Disadvantage?
Yes.
For me and
For
Theratrix, or just me?
just you for these two.
That lowest one was a 10, plus 8 is an 18.
Okay?
And you said again?
Yes.
Oh. Lowest one on that was a 4, plus 8 for 12.
Okay. You take a total of 25 points of psychic damage. Theratrix, same deal. These two come over to Theratrix, almost like they're blocking his path back to you, although you know that in theory you can go through them. And they're both going to breath weapon at Theratrix as well. Disadvantage.
This was plus 4. Oof. Lowest one on that was 2, 6. And 10.
15 points of psychic damage.
Total?
Yes. You're both... Well, Theratrix kind of is shifting in the sky. It's almost like watching a bird when there's like a sonic sound that hits them and they swerve and their wings can't quite find purchase. They look like he's struggling to stay up, and he's looking at you with this like desperate viewpoint. It's now your turn.
I will dismiss Theratrix.
Okay.
Like I'll unsummon him, and then summon him next to me as my bonus action.
Okay. There.
He'll be on the ground next to me.
Okay.
Just if it matters.
And immediately upon him returning to your side, you feel whole again. You feel like he's with you, he's there. And you can tell by this look of relief on his face as well that he feels it too.
I'm going to do what I did before and hold out. I'm going to put one hand on Theratrix, like he's going to stow his bow. And I'll put one hand on Theratrix, like on his neck. And then he's going to hold out the sigil again.
Okay. Persuasion, insight.
That'll be persuasion again.
All right.
Let's do it.
Go ahead and make a roll. Straight roll.
It's going to be worse than it was before.
No, really, I'm a cop.
It's only a 12.
12. You put your hand on Theratrix, and the two of you staring at these drakes as they begin to descend on you. There's almost a softening in their demeanor overall, but then they all unleash. We're gonna do all four of them come to surround you. You all can see like kind of that rippling of space and wind and the air around them as they look like they are surrounded, and you can tell that Eldon is no longer fighting. He has stopped and is like holding out his sigil. I'm gonna let you roll again because I did not give you advantage for having your hand on Theratrix, as I have written here, that if you have his help.
It's worse.
That's worse.
It's that's a 10.
Okay. We're gonna
At this
do-
point, if he knows it's coming, he's just going to close his eyes and kind of tilt his head up like he's...
They're all going to attack,
Yeah.
not with their breath weapons, because they're going to get those back.
If you make it over 23 points of damage, then he's going to fall, so chances are.
All right, so we have a 7 and an 18 to hit Theratrix.
Yep. The second one, obviously.
Nope, sorry. 7 and 16.
Nope, they both miss.
All right, both miss Theratrix. Eldon, 23 and 20. That is...
Is that a nat 20?
No.
Oh.
No. That is a total of 13 points of damage. Psychic damage.
Still standing with a strong 10 HP.
The wind picks up. Dexterity saving throw from you and Theratrix with advantage.
With advantage this time?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do this.
You are together.
Oh. 15 plus 8 for me,
Okay.
and then I'll use these 2 for him. And then 17 plus 4.
All right. You, with your back up against this stone, and holding on to Theratrix, the two of you still standing there, you reach out to these creatures. It is your turn. It is their turn. It's your turn. I did
He's
the
going to
opposite.
do that again, the same thing. He's going to look at Veltar, the silver one, and he's going to say, I am the other eye that sees.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll with advantage.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Pull out all the stops, kid.
I already did.
No, you used my bardic inspiration. You didn't use this.
I used that to help. Didn't I? Yeah, I used that to help.
On the bridge.
Yeah, earlier.
Well, guess what? Take a fucking setback.
Might be the time to.
Yeah, I've already taken 2 this campaign.
Why can't we give
I'll,
ours to him?
If you are in a way, if you have if you have a way to directly
No.
help, yes, you can give.
Hell, then you can do it.
Do better.
Don't die.
Can we see that he's getting just like whomped right now?
You can see him kind of like moving
taking
backwards as if
hits.
he's taking hits, but nothing's happening to his body.
Like he's not clearly 10 HP from being knocked out.
Yeah, no, you can't really.
You can't really
he's
tell.
like up against
He's
the
just taking
stone. Yeah.
I will have to take a setback.
How far away is he?
You're like 50, 60 feet away. But like rocky ledge 50, 60 feet, kind of.
Yeah. I'll have to take a step back.
Okay. Do you want to take it disadvantage on like future roll, or do you want it to be story driven setback?
The future roll, you just choose what roll that is?
It
Or is
it
it
would
just the
be
next
like
roll?
the next one.
That doesn't obviously.
Not for this one because you're trying to roll again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I'll do that. And I just roll one more time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll like a nat one. Alright, that was a 14 plus 2 for 16. That has to be better than a fucking... That has to be better than like a 5 or whatever the hell it was last time.
So once per round, Eldon may use his action to attempt a DC 16
Yay!
animal handling, which doesn't actually work. I didn't like that. Persuasion or insight check to connect emotionally and mentally with the spirits.
Oh, yay. I did it. Thanks for telling me about the setback. I would have forgotten about that. Pull out all the stops, kid.
You are staring at all of these creatures as they are descending upon you. And still, the fact that you and Theratrix is holding back, lashing out until he feels you kind of like squeeze, give him a little gentle, calming squeeze on the lower neck, we'll say, to calm him and keep your heartbeats beating in rhythm together, and you continue holding out that sigil and in the direction of Veltar. And all of them surround you in this semicircle with your back up against the stone. Veltar is the first to step forward to you, and it takes like a deep breath. The others all do the same, and this time they all release their breath weapons at you. The air around you chills, it cools down, but you feel almost invigorated instead of a pain that has been following these. There's like crystals that form in the air around you, almost creating a kind of seal, and then they shatter and fall to the ground. And when they do, just before they do, you can see all of those spirits behind, and through that crystal you can see what appear to be like the humanoid bonded partners of them, but through it you can't make out any details. And when it shatters and falls away, the drakes and their bonded partners are all gone. And it gets quiet again on the ridge, except for the sound of the wind.
Eldon at that point will probably fall to his knees because he is very fucked up.
Eldon falls to his knees. You all saw a momentary change where instead of just the smaller kind of like ripplings, there were additional disruptions to the air in his space. And it took a lot to hold yourselves back, is that holding of the breath of, is this the moment, is something happening? And then they just faded away.
She lets go of your hand, knowing you're gonna go run over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Iolite's gonna sprint over to him.
Okay. Can you all make your way to, or you running ahead? The wind is coming through, but it has died down from what was happening to you. There's a moment you can see Iolite kind of making short distance very quickly between the two of you, and there's that little bit of fear that the wind will come and knock her away, but there doesn't seem to be those blasts of cold air. So run over. And Eldon is there, still conscious and
Just kneeling and obviously fucked up, even though you see no blood or anything like that.
She's gonna kind of like do the like run and like drop to your knees like in front of him, and like put her hands on the sides of his head and like put her forehead to his, and then her gloves kind of light up as she's doing that.
is that healing word or cure
Gloves
wounds?
of hope.
Oh, gloves of.
Right. You'll get 12 points of healing.
Thank you.
And then she'll hug him. Are you okay?
I think so. Did you see?
We saw something was happening, but what did you see?
Guardians. Spirit Drake Guardians, I think. The runes in the walls, I tripped them. I don't know if they're specific to people like me or if it's just to protect the past from travelers. But they didn't. He's gonna like look down and notice like there's no blood, there's no tears or anything in his clothes. They didn't hurt me physically. It was all in my head or something. I don't know. He's just gonna like hug her back, like his words are kind of failing him in this moment. Like a lot just happened.
You did it though.
I think I did. I hope so. I hope so.
As you're hugging Iolite and looking over her shoulder and exchanging these words, you are looking in the direction that you would be moving, and far off at the top of a stone ridge, you again see, this time 2 figures more specifically, but they're too far away for you to make out anything other than just dark shapes that turn, and you watch them descend beyond where your vision can go.
Did they seem corporeal or?
No, they seemed like you were watching 2. It was difficult to see, but like a humanoid and possibly a.
But did they seem?
Here on this realm, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say they didn't seem like spirity.
No, it was. You watched. You just barely saw 2 figures descend out of your view, far off. You, the second time looking, realize you are being surveyed this entire time.
What was
the figures after the bridge that disappeared into the. Where that first time maybe you thought, oh, it could have been spirits because
That's
Rickson.
what I thought it was, yeah.
This time it's clear that these are literal humanoid or figures that are watching you.
I think we're gonna have company soon.
Ayla walks over. Well, that was fucking weird. And she casts Mass Healing Word at 3rd level. So I think we could all use a little boost.
I mean, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only
you
one who's
guys
getting
need
the
it.
shit kicked out of him. It's okay.
Yeah, I got bit by the
you?
dinosaurs. So, all right, well, and to Kethra. Kethra needs it too,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
So,
Someone's watching and following us. I just saw somebody over the ridge that way. I think we're gonna have company soon. So.
Well,
9.
Thank you, sir.
well, it wasn't exactly our plan to sneak up on them. It was only a matter of time before someone realized we were on our way.
So either this was some sort of test or this was some way to protect the pass.
Maybe both. How did you turn it off?
I stopped fighting.
Well, we saw that.
I think I convinced them that I'm here because we're one of them. And he's gonna put his hand on Theratrix.
Well, then perhaps that will make going forward easier.
Rickson, the Liberator, ex-keeper in that memory vessel, his Drake was one of the spirits. So that might have helped. But
So his Drake is dead?
as is Rickson. He's gonna walk over and put his hand on the draconic rune that says Veltar, and just close his eyes for a moment. Just like a silent moment of understanding, I suppose.
Theratrix will join, standing beside.
We better keep moving. We'll find a place to rest. I could use it.
Okay. It's slow going along the ridge.
Actually, he just has
I was gonna say, he just got a headache.
Yeah,
He's
just a
just-
massive headache.
There's no easy space to rest where you're at. You're kind of along a mountainous area here. Every once in a while looking out, you think you see, could be drakes, could be harpies, could be wyverns, like things that are flying, and you have to press yourselves up against the side, wait a minute, and hold off before moving forward. You have a couple more hours before the suns begin to fully descend outside of view. The sky is bright above you. The white fog is now a little bit below. It was more obscuring that bridge area that you were in. So you can't see the suns anymore, but it's still daylight. You continue forward until you turn a corner and see the open mouth of a cavern that leads into the darkness. There does not appear to be any light coming from. It's probably 2 hours, an hour and a half since you left this space. It feels, even as you turn, a little bit warmer, like heat is coming from the cavern.
I'm assuming there is no other way to go.
Doesn't seem it.
All right.
Eldon will light a torch. I know everybody else has like cool methods of light and stuff like that, but I don't. So
It wouldn't be a D&D campaign of this group of people if you did not have a character that could not see in the dark.
now I have to make it a point, like every single campaign I
You
can't
gotta
have dark
keep it like,
vision.
yeah.
Kai will make his way to the front
Okay.
so that he can use his double sight.
Iolite will take out the moat and just have it float kind of in the general vicinity of us.
Okay. All right. So you head into the dark of this.
Yeah, before we
cavern.
go in,
Yes.
Eldon's gonna pick up a rock, and he's gonna, like a good sized rock, and he's gonna throw it in as hard
Okay.
as he can.
Within a second or two, you hear it hit off of a stone wall.
Yeah, he just wants to do that and then listen to make sure there's not any growling,
Oh, okay. Yes.
or if you say,
Hundreds
"Oh
of
God,"
bats fly out.
yeah,
I'd be more concerned if it comes flying out.
yeah, that too. But you know, if we threw it and it didn't make it, it made like a soft, fleshy
Just a
thud,
thud.
and then we get in there and the teeth start to close in, or you know, we
ain't no
get
cave.
in 15 feet and a giant bear or a saber-toothed cat comes out or something, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those mountain T-Rexes.
No, you don't hear anything immediately. Just the sounds of the rock hitting stone and falling.
Just good to be cautious.
I might put the moat like as far forward as I can ahead of us. I forget how far.
I think it's like
30?
30 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll send it like 30 feet ahead of us.
All right. You head into the cavern.
This
It
music's so
becomes
sad.
pretty clear within a short while that it turns and it's more windy. The moat is ahead of you, so kind of illuminating whatever direction you feel like you're going to go. You can send it ahead, so it is illuminating ahead of you, but it's also announcing your presence wherever you're headed. So keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
You don't know how long you travel. Once you make a certain number of turns, the light from the suns is gone, and it becomes difficult to really tell. But you continue on. It's pretty quiet in here. There's more warmth than you would expect. Having come from the summer air into this cavern, you would expect it to cool down, but it has
Is
not.
the air hot, or is it like coming off of the rocks, or
Is the rock hot?
It's the air. At this point, that's warm. Traveling through, you eventually open up to a vast cavern that is filled with pillars and platforms of stone that are suspended, from what you can tell, kind of precariously over bubbling pools of lava. There's an intense heat that hits you as you enter into this space. You can see across this cavern probably 60, 70 feet or more, give or take. It's a little difficult in your space. It's bright in here from like the little pools and then the moat that is illuminating. But you can see that there are several pillars that are shattered or missing. You also see hanging from above these red crystals that are hanging from the ceiling. Ceiling is probably, we'll say, like 70 feet above as well. Some areas go deeper into the stone. You can see that the way forward is across this pit with all of these stones.
you just entered a Mario level?
You can find better adventure music. What would you like to do?
So, big pit full of lava. You said suspended, like, platforms, I think
Yep.
is the word you used, and
Yep.
then red crystals up top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the easy answer is that you guys fly across.
I cannot right now.
The less easy answer is that he flies across and carries you.
And what about the rest of you?
I can fly Eldon, I think.
How high is, or how far is it, you said?
It's like about 70 feet, 60, 70 feet to get to the other side.
How far to the next platform?
The next platform is about 10 feet or so.
Okay. Well, if it's anything like what I just experienced, it's probably some sort of, I don't know. I don't want to say trial, but I feel like me flying across is cheating. That red crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Can I send Theratrix to go look at it?
Yeah. Theratrix can fly up, flapping wings beside it. Looking into it, they're probably about, we'll say like 3 feet long, maybe like 2 feet. They look like stalactites. Those are the ones that hang from the ceiling. And, but very jagged and glowing slightly. That's about all you can tell.
That's ominous. That feels like a weapon.
Does it look like a like they're a path across, or are they sort of all scattered?
They're kind of scattered. It looked as though there was a path across, and then some of those got crumbled away.
What do the walls of this place look like? Is it just
Stone.
it's
Yeah.
just regular, like cracked up stone?
Yeah.
Does it look like Eldon would be able to scale that with his climbing set?
If yes, but then you'd be on this. Oh, you mean like to go
The wall.
across?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take a while, but yes, you could do it.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm always for the easy way.
How far across did you say it was?
70 or so.
Like 70
Yeah.
feet?
All right. And these crystals worry me. I'm gonna take another big chunk of stone, and I'm gonna like lob it up in an arc in front of that, like
Okay.
the crystal.
Make a dexterity check.
Oh God.
Dumb fucked up already.
12 plus 8.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you're able to lob it, and it gets fairly close. We'll say within, I don't know, probably like 20 or so feet of it, and then goes over and splooshes into the lava with no issue.
Okay.
No change to the crystal, nothing.
Well, I'm gonna make my way across. So I suggest that you guys do it in the safest and easiest way possible. And he's gonna take a few steps back and then run towards the edge and jump to the first platform.
To the first platform? Okay. Make a dexterity check.
10 plus 8, 18.
Okay. So you jump, leap, two finger guys, kids, finger guy, leap over, and land on the platform, skidding to a stop. It looks as though like two people could fit on this without getting too much in trouble. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just trying to find better stuff for where you're at. This is not the right sound.
Sad volcano.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things where flying over seems like it's like too easy to do.
It's
Like
very
I'm like
Eldon plan you have there.
it just seems like everybody knows what they feel like is gonna happen. Is we're gonna start flying over and that fucking crystal's gonna zoof.
Like we can. Like this isn't our test. This is your test.
Hey, that's what it feels like.
Hey, you do your thing.
Might not be a test at all, but I don't fucking know. It just has that feel.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
After Iolite watches him do that, she's going to go in. She's like, I can't do this anymore. And she's going to go into starry form of the griffin.
Okay.
And she's going to fly pretty low, but go to the next platform that Eldon would be jumping to and land on it.
All right. So that one is about 20 feet. So 10 feet ahead of where Eldon is and 20 feet away from the edge.
Are you taking Ayla with you? Because she can't fly now.
I don't think you can. Are you strong enough to carry?
I don't know.
Have we seen you do the griffin before?
Yeah.
I think she
Yeah,
did it like
I think
once
so.
before.
When she found him, when he was like by himself, she was still in that form briefly.
Yeah.
I don't think
When
you've
she found
seen her
outside the
fly,
city.
but
After you
Oh yeah. Why did I think that you sprouted only wings? I didn't realize you took a whole form of a griffin.
no, yeah, it's her with wings, but it's called the griffin. Like the constellation on
okay.
her
Yeah.
is the
Yeah,
griffin
yeah.
constellation.
Sorry. I don't know why I took that and made it into like a wild shape that you look like a griffin now. That's what my mind did.
All right.
I think her like goal right now is to make sure that whatever one Eldon's about to jump to isn't going to crumble immediately under the weight, and also to kind of be there after he jumps. In case something happens when he jumps, to be kind of there.
Okay.
Even if she's not directly interfering with what he's doing.
Appreciate it. You're like It's like when a parent is with a kid and you're like, all right, I gotta
They're on
let
the
you make your-
playground and you're like, okay.
I gotta let you make your own
You got
mistakes,
this.
pal. How high are the platforms away from the lava?
They're like precariously hovering just above.
Oh, just above.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Mario level.
Well, I thought maybe it was like 30 feet up. Like we came in and the pit is down.
It's
you know
right
what I mean?
there.
Right about
Yeah,
there.
right there.
No
Next
room for error.
would be Ayla. How are you getting across?
I'll just turn to Kai and be like,
Uppies.
Obvious.
I'm ready when you are.
Kethra will look and be like, I'll turn into a raven again.
All right.
And does so.
Actually, I want to be dramatic. I'm gonna, what's that? Faith fall, friend fall thing? Like,
Trust fall.
Trust fall towards
Kai wasn't gonna fly. Could Kethra turn into a giant raven to
So a giant raven I don't think could carry a person, but a
or a giant
giant
eagle?
could carry one person. So you
you
trust
you could
fall.
just-
I
and
trust
Kethra is like-
I trust fall to Kai.
You trust fall to
and
Kai. Kethra goes, son of a bitch, Ayla, and then turns into an eagle, grabs onto you, and starts going over the lava.
No, the reason is because I want to finally be able to use the boots that Kai got in Yamari, so that he has a standing long jump of 35 feet. So he's gonna jump to the first platform,
Gonna show off
Like,
yet
me-
again.
Okay?
Matrix style, and just land right behind Eldon.
The whole fucking platform.
All right, so dexterity check for that, just to make sure, because you all are taking up this space comfortably,
So for-
but you
for
never
me
know.
too?
No, not you.
Oh.
Just straight dexterity.
Oh, I'm sorry. You took a disadvantage on your extra roll, so why don't you go ahead and roll that at disadvantage?
Okay.
Just to,
Alright.
just to
doing
do
this
it.
too?
10.
No, because you took a.
It's a 10, so it's
Oh.
the same thing it was before.
Okay, all right.
It's cool.
Okay. You took a
I was
setback.
real worried there for
But
a
am
fucking-
am I rolling a dex save?
No, because you flew and landed yourself. Yeah.
It's just
so
straight
cute.
dexterity, no
Yeah.
acrobatics or anything.
Yeah, just a dex check.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you both land without a problem. You hear a little little laugh. Look ahead, and Eldon, the next platform is 10 feet where Iolite is. Iolite, the next one in front of you is 15 feet. And Kethra is coasting across with Ayla. So, Eldon, what you doing?
her arms out, just like T-posing.
Just loving it.
Shit. Well, looking now at the next one's 15 feet.
So you have to get to the next one where
That's 10,
Ayla is, and then
the one after
15
that
feet.
is
Yeah,
15 feet. I don't know what jumping rules are in D&D.
I'm just making them up. I mean, you can't do
I can
15.
I can long jump 15 feet. It just that's such a
Very
distance.
far.
15 feet is like
I don't think you
Crazy.
can do 15. It's a weird math.
I know it's your strength.
I was just playing Jedi Survivor before we were playing, so I'm just thinking like, oh, he's got to jump up and run across the
Down the
wall
wall.
and propel himself off.
I was just gonna straight like climbing harness the wall if I had to.
We can find a long stick and try to like row this platform over.
What are you looking for, bud?
But you can do the 10 feet again. So there's the long and the high jump, but they are.
Long jump is 10 feet of movement and a jump number equal to feet up to your strength score.
Oh, my strength score. That sucks. It's only 12.
Okay, so that's how much you'd be able to jump forward.
With a run.
That's 10,
Yeah.
10 feet of movement.
Alright. Fuck. Might have fucked myself here. So you said it was 60 feet across? I think.
70 feet. Yep.
Alright, but I'm 10 feet in now, right? Mm-hmm. Can I rig up an arrow with a rope a lot like we did when we went into the... Remember we did the underground temple thing in the lake? Can I do that? Something like that?
Yep.
Alright, I'll,
Are you? So what's your goal? You're going to try to get it across the whole thing, or up and swing, or what's...
No, across the whole thing.
Okay.
I'll rig up a rope, shoot it across, pull on it if it seems like it'll be okay, and then I'll tie it off to something on the platform if I can,
Okay.
and then he'll do like that, like
Okay, gotcha.
crawl.
Okay, yes.
And then if I have to, because if I have to make checks, I'll drop. Oh shit, I can't, because then I won't. Oh no, I'd be able to reach it. What I'll do is I'll let go on each platform as I go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
They're
mean?
not in a straight line.
Fun.
They're scattered.
All right, well, then I'm just going to try it, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
you
this
can-
is all I can really do.
Yep.
I can't fly, and I don't have giant cool boots. Moon boots.
Okay.
We'll call them moon boots.
So you let the arrow loose. That goes across and embeds itself into the rock. Go ahead and roll an attack, just to see how well it hits.
12 plus 8.
Okay. Yeah. So
No, plus 11, I'm sorry.
it embeds itself directly into the wall across. You
I have to.
Could-
I'll take the other end, and I'll fucking fire that in an arrow, too. So it's just a span across.
you can try. It's going to be a higher DC, but that's the only way that you would, unless you kind of jam something in using your using your climbing gear to like
Yeah,
put it
there
in
we go.
place.
I can do that without
but
it.
it has to be
With a
like a pit.
pitten,
Pitten,
yeah. I know,
python.
it's always pitten, python.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're able to use your climbing gear, taking a few minutes.
Yeah, he'll hammer in like a pitten and like try to bend it over and then make like a hook that he can tie the other end of that rope on.
Okay.
Everyone else is just like, Jesus Christ, guy, let's go.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit. Are you waiting on your platform?
She's gonna wait on the platform until he's on the platform.
Okay. What's Kai doing?
Kai will wait until Eldon's moved past the up to the next platform until it's safe for him to jump to the next.
Okay. So,
As I'm going, I see Theratrix flying. I'm like, I yelled to him, this is going to be a lot easier to do things like this when you're bigger.
agreed. Or maybe if you were smaller.
Well, I'll work on shedding the pounds.
So you all standing there, you and Kethra get to the other end. Kethra stays in her bird form. She looks over at you, Ayla, tilts her head slightly, and then she's going to take off and head back over to where you all are at. So she leaves you alone, and it's going.
Ayla just watches and sits down, crisscross applesauce, and just waits.
As you're looking, you go to sit down, and you see a little bit of movement up in the ceiling. You see another thing moving in the ceiling, and then you watch as whatever you're watching kind of like flap over to one of the crystals, and then you hear and see, like you hear like ting sound. The crystal reverberates a little bit, and the platform that the two of you are on starts to slowly move itself down into the water, while another platform between the 10 and the 15, between the one that Iolite was on and the 15, starts to raise up.
We just
And-
went from Mario level to fucking
Pitfall.
Zelda.
So the one raising is between
It's between the one that you're
I'm
on and the
that
next
they're
one.
on, but the next one.
Yes, so they have
not
to get
where
to
they are.
yours, and then, so you have to go right now.
She sees that.
Yep.
Mid sit down. Ding. Son of a bitch. Can I shoot a sorcerer's burst at it?
At what? When you say it?
You said I saw something run over to the thing.
So at the creature, not the crystal. to
Not
be
the
clear.
crystal, just
All of us.
Crystals, please.
They all lower.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
because this is a range of 120 feet. So, 19 plus 8.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
Now it's mad.
Oh, these are D8s.
What are you all doing while this platform is starting to go down?
like a
You're going really fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Kai is
You jump
gonna
to the
just,
next.
Like, jump, look over at him as he passes him, and then land.
So you
I
land
don't have
on
magic boots, man.
the one that Iolite's on. Are you staying on it, or are you?
I'm staying on it until I make sure Eldon gets to it.
Okay, Eldon's kind of shimmying across there in your direction.
Shimmying,
Hurry,
he's
hurry,
wiggling, he's doing everything.
Hurry.
Cloak is dragging in the lava.
Oh, God.
Oh, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, and I'm gonna make this psychic damage.
Okay. 14.
Oh, you get to choose what it is. That's cool. I think I said that last time too.
And
Whatever it is,
I lost
giving it a
underneath
fucking headache.
So you watch it. You hear a little. Ah! And whatever it is shifts behind one of the crystals up in the thing in the ceiling. That's what that
Make
is.
this
The
thing
ceiling.
a Jamaican steel drum and just ding ding.
There's another. You see another one that's coming from another direction.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so you're on the second platform. You're on the second platform. There's another platform coming in between, which is about 5 feet away from the first. Yours is starting to go down into the ground, which is going to singe your rope. But you're able to get over to that second platform anyway. So you have two in between.
In fact, was right over there.
So you have two in between. There is the next one that is from the 15. So sorry, you guys are on the 10. There's a 5, 15. If you wanted to skip over the 5. So
Sure.
10, 5, 10. There is not another one for another 20 feet.
Yeah, he's gonna hop off and run the 5 to the next one.
Okay. Dexterity checks from the two of you. Your
She'll flap over to
Okay.
the one that he's gonna land on.
Kethra is swirling or going around the two of you as you're hopping to the next platform. There,
Sorry, finish what you were gonna say.
there's another little laugh from across the way, up in the ceiling, and you hear ding. And then the one that you were just on, just before it submerges, the first one that you have your python, it starts to raise, and the 15-foot one in between. So now there is a gap of 25 feet between two of them ahead of you.
I've forgotten that if with this spell, if I get an 8, I keep rolling 8s until I reach my spellcast modifier, so I get to add another 8
Okay.
to that. The blow up. So 6 more psychic damage to the little fucker.
Okay. It's a little delayed, but you watch it kind of fall out of the and into the lava and just kind of disappears.
And then it just kind of like slowly slipped.
Oh, that's funny.
So you have 25 feet between you and the next platform as the one that you were originally on starts raising up, keeping your rope in place. Kethra is swooping around.
I hope so.
Shimmying like
Shimmy.
a motherfucker. Yep.
Okay.
You said it's 25 feet to the next one. Are you on the platform?
He's grabbed
already?
onto the rope and is...
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
on the
you're-
rope.
You're just going. All right. Yeah. So Kai will just jump. He can jump up to 35
Up to
feet.
35. Okay.
His walking distance.
Dexterity check. You're still going. Ayla, you're watching.
I'm trying to shoot anything running at the things to ring the bells.
Okay.
It's a 16.
Okay, you're good. Eldon, you're moving forward. Kethra is flapping her wings. She's like, ah, ah. She's like, is that how eagles sound? And she's kind of screaming at you as you're going. And then she's going to take off towards one of the little fire creatures up in the top that are slamming into these. Another one comes from across. It's going to hit. Kethra is going to try to attack one of them, though. Oh, yeah. Those
In my head canon, these guys are wearing little iron helmets, and nothing else, and that's how they're ringing the thing. They're just like they're running across the ceiling head first into the.
They're kind of flying a little bit, so they're flapping up. So you hear another gong. Kethra engages with one of them up in the ceiling. You hear a little screech from her as she is going to take a little bit of fire damage from them.
I wonder if Kethra, when a druid wild shapes into an animal, if the taste of what it, like, if she eats this thing, if she likes it. Because obviously if you ate a little fire gremlin, you'd be like, oh. But I mean, a bird, like, does she have bird taste buds? Like, would she want to eat what a bird eats? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would she like mice?
Well, here's the question.
Well, if she's an eagle, she could eat, you know what I mean?
Is taste affected by intelligence, wisdom, or charisma? If it is...
Yeah, but it's a physical...
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I think it'd be one of the con, I guess, right?
So if it's strength, dexterity, and con, it becomes the
animal?
The animal.
Oh, so it tastes good.
So it tastes however the animal, if the animal would like it or not.
Your whole
cool.
taste buds change.
Yeah, I like that.
Eldon, as you're shimmying across, Kai, you've landed on that furthest platform. You look behind Iolite. Your eyes kind of darting between everybody and looking up. Ayla, you're sitting there blasting
Crisscross.
at these as they come out of the
Tell me you're
woodwork.
still sitting.
No, I didn't get to. It was one of those like mid about to sit down.
Oh.
What the?
I was hoping you'd do it.
And you stand back up.
Sitting down like, this is nice. Yeah.
I do have to dance to do my music. Magic.
I was gonna say you could do like a little.
Actually, technically not this because it's a sorcerer.
Eldon,
thing,
as you're shimmying, you feel like something land on your rope, and you look up, and there's a little mephit. It's like a little imp, but made of magma and fire, and it looks down at you with these like very pointed eyes and a big wide smile, and it just goes and then it breathes fire down at you.
Wow, these little fuckers.
Right into your face. I need
my fucking eyebrow.
to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yeah, that's a 3 + 8, 11.
Okay. You take 7 points of. Oh no, that was actually the DC. You take 3 points of fire damage as it breathes down into you.
I didn't realize you could go past 1 into 999.
900 points. It's like, whoa, chill out.
Iolite 1 drifts down beside you, and as you turn and look, so you can attack the one that went out. Eldon's trying to hold on for dear life on this thing. This one is going to do a breath weapon at you as well, so you make a dexterity saving throw. And
This has been the no good, very bad,
Yeah.
terrible fucking day.
27.
21.
okay, 3 points of fire damage.
Awesome.
As
Another
it
8.
takes off away from you. It was
Great.
in a 15-foot cone, so it didn't get within melee attack range.
21 and
Is that a hit to hit?
no, that's the
Okay.
damage. The hit was 27.
Okay.
I'll make this lightning damage.
Okay. Eldon, as
It's right on top of me.
it goes like, and it goes like into your face. You're like, keep going, and then you watch it go in this blast of lightning as it
Why am I always
out.
covered in ash or guts of creatures that we kill?
Now the question is, are the guts hot?
I'm assuming.
Probably
It's a
little
magma
stingy.
monster.
You
Nice
are
clothes.
double timing it, all of your energy moving forward. Kai, what are you doing while this is happening?
Sucks to be you.
You all are starting to look and see that there's all these little magma mephits that are starting to come out of the darkness
That's a
up from
band
the
name.
magma itself.
Magma
lava,
mephits.
and they're all starting to come out. So there's
Are there
multiples.
any in my direct path towards the next, or any
Yeah.
that are right nearby any of my friends?
Both.
Both? Mm-hmm. Any near Kethra?
Kethra's kind of up, and she's like attacking the ones
So
that are near
she's
the ceiling.
she's going after
Yeah,
them.
she's
as
kind of
opposed
picking
to-
them off and throwing them across against the
Are
wall.
there any other, like, near Eldon while he's doing the hand over.
Yeah, you can see one that's dancing its way along the
The
rope.
rope.
Again, my little finger
Kai,
guy.
Kai is gonna hit it with an eldritch
And then one that's
blast.
in front of the direction you're trying to go.
I'm gonna recount the lightning. This was cold damage to it because it doesn't make sense. If I'm noticing they're made of little lava monsters, making them cold to kill them.
So he's
what
gonna
I'm doing.
eldritch blast the one that's near Eldon,
Okay.
trying to give him the old hot hands. That's a 18
That
to hit.
hits, yep. And Iolite. What about yourself?
So I'm still on the one that he's like making his way towards, I believe, platform-wise. I'm trying to picture everything. and
Yeah,
getting
I mean, so you
confused.
could be hovering above. He's actually gone past it. He's on his way. He's over lava right now, trying to get to the 25
Okay,
foot one.
so I would be at the 25-foot one and land on it. And then are there any of the little
yeah, they're
Muffets.
starting to come from all
all
directions.
over the place?
Yeah, yeah.
I would probably aim at one that looks like it's about to head towards him.
Okay.
And
They're coming towards you.
Oh, towards me?
Mhm.
Well,
It was 9 points of force damage. Is
Okay.
it still standing?
It is.
Can I take my second attack at it?
Yes.
Oh, that's only 12.
Okay. That still hits.
All right.
It's, they got a low AC.
That's
They're little-
I like when
another
they make themselves a big target because they're like,
another 12 points of force
Okay,
damage.
that one, you hit it, and it kind of dissipates into ash and falls into the magma. I
is that
like
one above me too?
that one was like dancing on the rope coming towards you.
He's just trying not to cough out the ash of this thing as it falls on his face.
would she see any other ones? She saw that one
Ooh.
blow up. Is there any other ones that are heading for Eldon?
They're kind of starting to come from everywhere. There are some heading towards Eldon, and not one that's dancing. There's another one that's like zipping underneath where Kethra was and flying under to try to get it to where Eldon is.
Okay.
There goes one into the lava.
She's going to fire a Starry Wisp at that one.
Okay. Is that a
Ooh,
save?
Starry Wisp.
That is no, it's an attack.
Ayla, there's
What's
going to be
Starry
attacks
Wisp?
on you.
It's a cantrip.
2 claw attacks against you, Ayla. One for a 9 and one for 15.
15 hits.
Okay. You take 4 points of damage from this one as it comes up and it's like, yeah, claws.
25 to hit.
That's why I
That
can't get
hits.
off the ledge.
That is
I like it when you
11
big
points of
boots,
radiant
you
damage.
just punt it.
Okay, 11 points. It has been deterred. These things only have... Oh, no, wait, that's actually... I thought they had 14, but it's more than that. It is still going to make its way over toward... It's still on its way. It's like, you hit it, and it's like, ah! And then it's just going to keep going towards Eldon. You got
Remember
hit.
TikTok, the book?
25.
Reminds me of the
yeah.
little gremlins for some reason.
Let's see,
Same
if you're not
thing, yeah.
using your action to do anything but kind of like dash your way across, we'll say you get to the 25th one. You can take a break here.
Okay. I mean, I do have 35 feet of movement, so I know I'm crawling like that. But
Yes,
I don't
is
know
your
what that-
climbing speed
is equal to my-
is equal.
Mhm.
Okay. So you go right past then that next one.
It's like, thanks, Iolite.
You see, there's another like gong sound, and the one that you were on, Kai, begins to shift itself down. And then there's another that is about 5 feet from the edge. So there's the 25-foot one is starting to move itself down. The one that you were on is starting to move down, but then there's 2 that are rising 5 feet from the edge. Eldon, another Mephit is coming for you. Claw attacks. That is a 19 and a 12.
First one hits.
That is...
Silvery barbs.
Oh, shit. Said
Okay.
it was of a 30.
How far away is he actually?
He's pretty close because he has that 35
Oh,
movement. and he
that's
moves-
60-foot range.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay.
So nope, that is a miss. So this thing goes to claw at you, and something happens.
Thanks,
D&D
Ayla.
world.
Just thanking everybody.
Kethra is still attacking
I'll
these
give you the
creatures.
advantage on that as well.
I can't do anything with it while I'm climbing. Is it advantage on an attack roll or any roll?
I think it's your next.
Advantage on the next attack,
or
ability check,
save.
or saving throw.
Oh, okay. So everything. Okay. Thank you.
Iolite, you got a 14 to
I just
hit
wanted
and
to
a
make sure
16 to hit.
that you didn't waste it if I have
Those
to attack.
both hit.
Both of those hit. You are taking 3 points of damage. You're starting to get bombarded at this point. We've
Death by
got
1,000
9
sucks.
and 10 against Kai. These creatures are little, but they're not overly strong. There's just a lot of them that are coming at you.
Are you still on that platform that I passed?
She would be at whatever platform is the one he's making his way to. So if he passes one, she's going to flap to the next one and stand on it.
Yeah, so you're almost kind of along the edges as he's going across this thing because they're not really in a straight line to the end.
Okay.
But since he has the rope, it's fine. Kai, you need to make your way to the next one before it hits, and then you're going to have to do a double jump to get to the next fifth. So why don't you roll 2 dexterity checks?
First one's a 17.
That's fine.
Second one's a 19.
There you go. All right, you leap. You all are getting really heated by
Yeah, we
this
are.
lava.
I'm pissed.
Literally, figuratively.
I am pissed with these little fuckers.
We have a 22 to hit Kai and a 3, which actually it was a nat 1, so let's see what that does. Kai, you take 5 points of fire damage. And then the creature who was attacking you with its claws, if you attack this one, you'll have advantage against your attacks on it. So it kind of puts itself in a precarious situation. Kethra is up there, like, picking off the ones that seem to try to be coming down from the ceiling. I'm actually going to roll to see if she prevents another one of those from... She does not. There is another gong. You can see, Kai, actually, you've got about... you have about 10 feet left, which you can easily make. You can see that the platform between you that would have given you 5 and 5 is going down, but you, with your boots, feel okay. Eldon, because of your climbing ability, hand over hand, you shimmy your way across, and Ayla, are you just sitting waiting?
I'll be shooting at stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack against any of the Mephits. You can also, if you're going to attack,
Yes.
and you
he's
can as
gonna-
well.
You said that one got him with claws.
Yes,
right?
you have
he'll-
advantage against all attacks against it.
Alright, so he'll take Bloodletter Shadow. at it.
22.
Just don't hit the rope.
Aw, snake eyes.
So
It's only two cold damage.
Okay,
21 to hit.
that hits.
Funny thing though is that anything being, I like the idea of cold because if they're that hot and you hit them with cold, they're gonna explode.
14?
Right.
Like in little rocks. It was a cool idea.
I feel I just singed that one with
Would I get it?
Two,
advantage on my
apparently.
second attack?
Yes,
cracked it.
all attacks against this one will have advantage.
cracked its ass.
It's funny how they little fuck crack.
And then a 25 to hit.
Okay.
And that one is another 12.
All right, this one gets blasted into nothing. We're starting to see. You're able to jump to the other ledge just as Eldon is making his way and drops down, or you're close enough to the floor there. You just like let yourself go, hit the ground. Kethra starts coming across and is going to land with you all, but there's an exit to this room. I am going to make some rolls. You have to run from this room as these creatures are starting to overwhelm. You start to hear like gung gung as they're hitting these crystals, but the platforms are going up and down. There's really no rhyme or reason to it, but a lot of them are starting to come out from the woodwork. So why don't you all roll me a d4 actually? misses. What do we get?
1.
1 attack against Iolite before you walk out the door. That's a natural 4 for a 7.
2.
2 against Ayla. That is a 15 and a 9.
15.
All right, 15. You take 7 points of fire damage. How many? 1 against Kai. That's a 14 to hit. You're good.
So that's half.
4.
Fire resistance.
4.
Jeez.
Like,
Fuck.
Oh, God.
You weren't kidding. These are Eldon's trials.
19,
Hits.
15.
Misses.
All right, the rest miss. Okay, you take 5 points of fire damage.
God damn it.
And you all kind of like pull yourselves out of this room, shifting through and out. You also all are going to take a point of exhaustion from being in this heat and that close to this lava for that long.
Do I get that? I
Yes.
have resistance to fire.
Yeah, this is exhaustion, not.
No, but
Attack.
I mean, where you said we're exhausted from the heat in the room. If
Yeah,
I'm
you have
resistant
resistance,
to fire,
but you're not immune.
Damn, I was really hoping she
trying
was
to
gonna say
argue
yes.
my point here. Is,
No, I hear you.
like I like the
That's a
heat.
good question.
No, it's not just the heat; it's the exertion. It's everything.
I was
you
really
haven't
hoping she
taken,
was going to
so-
say yes, because I was going to say, really, because with Theratrix as his whatever element
Yeah.
he is, I have resistance to that. So I was going to say,
Oh.
yes!
You're very slow.
Yes, resistance.
You fucked my resistance. She said no because you got to have these hard trials.
No, you're resistant, but you're not immune to the effects of it. You dash out of this room and around corners and letting that kind of moat guide a little bit of your space. It's still very warm. There's a sweat dripping from everyone, probably except for Ayla, or an Eldon as well. As you, let me see.
Ayla doesn't sweat.
She glows.
She
Listen.
glistens. Eldon sweats.
We see the trail.
We know.
We can't
Okay.
we can't all do this.
You are. It has been a long day. You are tired. It's warm down here, and there's no reprieve from that warmth. While you make your way away from this lava pit room, you are now kind of in darkness. While the rest of you can see, and the moat is helping, you don't know how much further you have to go. You don't know where you are, and so kind of collectively walking forward a little bit further, you begin to hear as the sound of the lava dissipates in the background. You begin to hear the sounds of footsteps off in the distance. You're not really sure how far away, but someone else is down here with you. I'll have stealth checks from everybody.
Okay, I'll use
Pass without a
Pass Without a Trace.
That plus 10.
Plus 10. Can I also cast Healing Word on Eldon?
Yeah.
If I do it now, is it the max amount, or do I roll? I forget if it was like...
It
honestly-
goes
If
only
it was
with
used as an action,
potions, I thought, right?
I
Or
think
is
it's
that just
only
potions?
potions,
I couldn't
yeah.
remember, sorry.
Yeah,
I'll do it at
I believe.
the second
Do
one.
my house rules.
Does it require you to touch me?
No.
No.
Sorry. I know you're disappointed.
Damn.
It's okay, you
Sorry,
know.
Alvin.
Alright, yeah, I'll do second level.
All right, what was the stealth checks?
17.
17. Okay.
25.
No, 25.
24.
8 points of healing.
Thank you.
22.
22. You slowly dimming that moat and maybe sending it back behind you instead of up ahead. make your way forward in this dark cavern. You can hear the dripping of condensation from inside. It's warm in here, but there's still like minerals that are gathering on the sides of these cavern walls. You almost hold your breath as you continue moving forward. You can hear the footsteps ahead stop. And then as you round a corner, you see light that is coming from a very small source. It's not this bright light that fills the cavern, but more like once you have turned, you can see a group of people in a large room. They're all gathered there as if they were a greeting party. And ahead of them, right at the front, back turned to you at first, standing in front of a massively large dragon with scales that glow with the heat of magma itself. In front of them, you see a humanoid figure, large, but not unnaturally so, who turns in your direction, a toothy smile welcoming on their face as he says, "Brother, welcome." And that's where we're going to end the session.